Welcome, everybody, to Attack the Talk. We are continuing this amazing journey that is an amazing anime story with our analysis, our breakdowns, our, deep dives and theories and all that good stuff. And we're going to continue on with Season 3. This is Episode 16, and we're going to be starting a hell of an episode. This one's probably going to be a three-parter because there's so much in this episode, and I'm excited for it. We've been kind of
episode, guys.
We've been building up. I know. There's going to be a lot of crazy lines for sure as we continue to get to the culmination that is of Season 3. We are now. We have started this war, this battle over Shiganshina, but now shit is getting good. We know that we last left off. Our last episode that we did a few weeks ago, where Bertold is now in his Titan form. We understand he is the Colossal Titan. We understand that his Titan is supposed to be the strongest Titan in terms of strength, right? In terms of like sheer force and destruction. He is literally a walking nuke.
He's the best pound for pound fighter in the AOT world.
That's what it is. And so he is now entered this battle, but someone else is going to enter this battle, and this person is very, very calculated, and this person is known as the war chief of the Titan, the Titan warriors. And obviously this person we're talking about is Zeke, and he is the Beast Titan. And so we're going to get into some good shit. Now we're going to start getting into really the, as I stated, the culmination, the destruction of the battle. And there's already been a lot of bloodshed. There's already been a lot of destruction. But now we're going to go ahead and get into the real, meat and potatoes, courtesy of Sasha. The real meat and potatoes of this battle. And this is going to be when, whether it be scouts or whether it be the war chief, what are they going to do to try to further their survival? What are they going to do? Because we understand, I think we might have even mentioned it, this is kind of like a game of chess that both Irvin and Zeke are playing.
Yeah.
Because you have Irvin, who is out there on top of the wall watching and kind of assessing and seeing what's playing out, and also kind of looking in a cool little moment of staring down the Beast Titan, where the Beast Titan is over there out in the open plains, surrounded by his army of Titans. He has his intelligent Titan beside him, Cart Titan. So it begins, huh, Lex?
Wasn't a phone, but
Lex is snacking over here, and
I'll take it.
My bad.
Oh, just wasted. No kidding.
It was on the floor. I don't know what Blue's done on the floor.
Oh, that's true.
That is very true.
This guy was just Lexi with the ASMR today.
Oh my God, can you hear me chewing this?
Yes, I can hear it.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Okay. But very quickly,
I don't chew with my mouth open.
Kyron just says, my New Year's was
overhanded.
cool.
Now I gotta be ready.
Nothing major. I'm fine. Breathing.
I'm better over.
Amen to that. Being an entrepreneur is pretty hard.
Throw.
Yeah.
That was on me.
That was a good throw too.
Kyron says being an entrepreneur is very, very hard. And it is, but
it is very hard.
Continue working at it, man. I mean, you're doing incredible things, and what's really difficult about all of that is just, again, what's difficult is continuing to put in the work and continuing to be patient, and also just networking and all that stuff, and just kind of, riding the wave that is going to be a roller coaster. But if you continue working hard at it, you never know. That's what it is.
It's the grind, baby.
We believe in you, man.
Yeah.
Anything will happen if you want it to. You just got to manifest it. Put the effort in, baby.
That's what it is. Yeah, beautifully said. But yeah, so we're getting some good stuff over in Season 3. This is, again, Episode 16, Perfect Game. This will be part 1 of our episode breakdown discussion. Of course, courtesy to our friends, courtesy to our followers, and courtesy to anybody who is not caught up at all and who are catching up with us with these episodes. Huge spoiler warning, because you guys know that we love to go ahead and really analyze the meanings. We know how
it ends.
Yeah, exactly. We understand how it ends. We want to analyze really kind of silver linings of certain stuff, really the significance of things and how they're going to impact things going forward in the story. So again, this is all stuff that we are already aware of how it's going to play out. But for some of you who are listening and watching along with us, and who are being introduced to the story, with our storytelling, then spoiler warning, of course.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and we'll get into a recap and all that. But I guess what we can start off with is just by going around the room and just finding out how we've been because
It's been a minute.
yeah, and
like what, 2-3 weeks?
Yeah,
2 weeks.
yeah, it's been like 2 weeks. And again, whenever we don't do a podcast in a week, and whenever time, I don't know, it's like it feels way too long.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Quote,
wow.
to quote,
even if
bad,
it's
bad,
just a
not good. Time moves slow.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good song. I like that. I saw them live over at a music festival, and they were incredible.
Damn it.
I was over at
I love that.
Desert Days,
Jealous.
and a lot of, and I say this with all the love in the world, because there's no shame at all. But also, I went on the third day to kind of give some context to what I'm about to say right now. But I went on the third day of this music festival over in Desert Days, which is at this essentially this campsite kind of thing. Really, really cool. But I was at the final day, and I'm surrounded by a bunch of stinky hippies. And again,
The perfect.
I say that with
perfect
love,
environment.
and they were just having a great time doing
It's not
their.
throwing shade if it's facts.
Yeah, exactly. And they were doing
You're
their
just saying what you smell.
interpretive dancing, listening to, bad, not good. And
Well, they were definitely in their own little world.
and a couple of them locked eyes with me, maybe thinking that I was going to join in. And
Are
their
you
dancing.
one of us?
And
One of us with the hair?
I know you have
the
long hair, one of us.
the moment we locked eyes, I just went.
Like, I don't know you.
Just the.
Yeah. So
You need to just like look through them and just pretend that you're like looking somewhere behind
That
them.
dead man stare, that 1,000-yard,
yeah.
Then they'll be like, "Oh, he's on something else." Got it.
And yeah, so it was again, it was an incredible performance. But I love that. I love that, Zach. I love that you brought that up. So I want to start with you, Zach, because I haven't seen you in a while too.
I know, it's
So
been a while.
how have you been, my friend?
I've
How
been
are you
good.
doing?
I've been good. I've just been working. I'm going to the gym.
Uh-huh.
I love the gym now.
Yeah.
Finally back in the swing of things.
Okay.
I'm the heaviest I've ever been in my life.
Really?
Congrats.
I know. I don't know if it's good or bad.
I know. I was like, wait, do you want that?
Some of
You know
it's
what?
a little bit of a panza of a.
Some of it could be just considered holiday weight.
I know.
Honestly,
know?
yeah,
Holiday
it
weight
is.
for sure is
That's what it is.
But yeah, I'm like 195 now. I'm trying to hit the big 2.
Hey.
I want to hit the big 2 soon. I've been putting on some mass,
There you go.
enjoying
Very
myself.
good. Very good.
But holidays were just crazy, man. It was just one thing after another, after another, after another, after another,
That's
after
just how
another.
the holidays
Yeah.
are.
But yeah, I got a lot more out of my holidays than I thought I was going to, and I'm very grateful.
I was gonna say good.
Very good.
stuff,
It's
right?
been, it's been an amazing 2 weeks for me. I think I'm just very happy, very
Yeah,
content,
that's
very
good, man.
grateful. I have an electric guitar to practice on at home now, so thank you,
There
my
you
friend
go.
Tez. Thank you, Tez. Oh,
Shout
it's
out
so
to
much
Tez.
fun. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely like my new passion.
Yeah.
Love
And
it.
it's cool. It's cool that you're continuing to go ahead and just work at that, and to see you and your kind of slow and steady improvements and stuff, and then eventually you'll get to a point where if you continue doing it, like we talked about with Kyron, your words of wisdom to Kyron, if you put that to
Put in the effort,
yourself,
baby.
and put in the effort, and all
Grind
that,
it out. It'll happen in time.
then that's yeah, it's exciting to even think about where you're gonna be when you put in that time.
I got to take Nate to the gym. I don't think I even told you yet.
No.
I took Nate to the gym. Nate did so good. I'm so
that?
proud of him.
Very cool.
He actually doesn't have that bad of a form for
Yeah.
not really being
I know
a
that
a
Nate
lifter.
is very lean.
Nate's scrawny. We could call it as it
We're
is.
trying to be nice.
We can be nice. It's okay. No, but he.
From one lean person to another.
One lean to another. He's lean.
But yeah, I'm gonna help out with his diet. He's been doing a lot better.
Wait,
We're gonna talk about his
so
diet.
Nate is staying in town, or no?
No, I'm gonna send him some stuff. I'm gonna send him like a little. What's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, you want to get him the word that's coming to my mind is regiment, but
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Thank
Yeah,
you. I'm gonna get him a regiment for like a split for him for his workouts. I'm gonna try to get him on some better dieting habits.
dieting is one of the most important
Oh my
aspects
God,
of it,
it's
and it's
so
one of the most
hard.
difficult.
It is so
I'd argue
hard.
that
'Cause
like
I
a good
eat-
85% of your like health just comes from diet.
Yeah.
You just have
Yeah,
to eat
it's
better.
so hard.
And
It's hard in America for
in
damn
America,
sure.
yeah.
In America,
It's so hard in America.
there's so much good food everywhere.
Especially as
Yeah.
like someone who's always busy, because then you just want to get the whatever's
Oh,
fast.
I feel that shit. Oh, dude, every time I'm like, I want to go home and make food, but it's I'm not gonna have time to make food.
I know, because I
Yeah.
also need to sleep, and I also need to clean. I also need to do this. I also need to do this. So you're like, I'll just
fucking swing by McDonald's.
I guess I'll just get some McDonald's.
I guess I'll just go to fucking Taco Bell.
I had McDonald's today. So.
I had McDonald's
Well,
last night,
I
so
had McDonald's breakfast today.
I had
so.
what's today? Sunday. I had McDonald's on Friday night
So this episode is
sponsored by McDiggles.
because I was just on my way home. I'm hungry.
it's so convenient. That's the thing. We talked about it. But like you mentioned, it was
the
like I have so much to do.
convenience
I have to do all this cleaning. Like what happens if you actually go and put the effort and make meals is
That's
you're
why
gonna
meal
have
prepping is such a
you're gonna
big
have
thing.
I
cleaning to
commend
do
anyone who
afterwards
meal
and stuff,
preps.
you know?
That's why they have like what is it? Like Blue Ribbon and like those places that
fuck,
send you
those
food.
Hello Fresh boxes.
Yeah.
Speaking of this no kidding.
I know.
Imagine, I would have been
Oh
like,
my god, I would love a sponsorship
AJ
from
pulls out a
that.
Hello Fresh box.
I know. Speaking of, here we go. He brings out a full course meal.
He's like,
Full.
I made this before you guys got here today.
I know.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But those are cool though. That's a really cool like idea, like invention. That's so
That guy's a phony.
great, and I.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm so happy for you. I'm happy that you're doing well.
Glad to hear that you've had a very
happy that you're-
nice past couple weeks.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
Holiday
and-
seasons have not had the best track record, but this one was definitely the best holiday season I've had in a long time.
that's good, man.
Good.
That's good.
That's great.
Definitely happy with it.
Yeah, there was something in the air this season.
I know.
Nice.
The season was just a little bit more holly jolly.
Which is good because I know a lot of people.
Remembering that we're adults.
A lot of people don't feel that. A lot of people don't feel that, especially as people get older. They like somehow they lose kind of like that. That's the holiday spirit.
Santa's not real anymore, man.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. He's real. For those of you who believe he's real, he's still real.
Yeah.
Go check
There
out the
comes
North
a
Pole.
certain age where you're like, he just stops coming to you. He's real. He just stops coming to adults.
Yeah, you get to a certain age where you realize the song "Mommy Kissing Santa Claus" isn't about
It's not
Santa
about
Claus.
Santa.
Yeah.
It's not about adultery.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I used to think that was like a dang.
no, I want to do
Slut.
it.
Yeah.
Mom's cheating on dad.
I gotta save you for last. Lexi, how have you been?
I've been pretty good. Gosh, past 2 weeks. What have we been up to? Obviously the holidays. Holidays was great for me, and then my birthday smack dab in the middle between Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah.
But it was great. I had a nice steak dinner. It was so good. I got everything I asked for this year.
Very cool.
I literally was
Damn.
realizing I got
Hell
everything I
yeah.
asked for.
Wow.
And
Must have been good this
I
year.
was so I know I must have done something good. Yeah, it was a very busy past 2 months between like graduation, Christmas, birthday, New Year's, and me and AJ and our family just got back from a cruise,
Yeah.
a
we
4-day
did.
cruise.
Yeah.
We went to Ensenada, Mexico, and it was beautiful. Oh my God. I just want to go. Yeah, no concussions.
Speaking of no
Crazy.
concussion, though, I will
I
say
know.
though. So again, to talk about the kind of cruise, and it's
Yeah.
funny because Kyrie mentions no concussions. So this is our first time being on a cruise, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so. I
It's
think
because
you
it was
were-
harsh weather. It was high
I think
winds.
that
It was
you were
raining.
okay. You were okay because of this reason. The only reason I'm bringing this
Yes.
up is because of what Kyron just mentioned. But so the first night, our sister Marissa got sick. And
Got
then
kind of seasick
the
because we were
second
like
night-
hauling ass
Yeah.
because we were supposed to go to Ensenada the next day, or we were supposed to go to
It
Ensenada
was
on
the third
Thursday.
day. It was supposed to be Ensenada, but instead,
because it was high winds
pushed it a day
and the
before.
weather, we had to push it to a day early, so we had to haul ass.
Yeah.
And
So
Your cruise
anyways,
captain's losing his mind up there.
yeah.
I
Well,
know.
the thing is, so that first night, Marissa felt it. The second night, I felt
felt
it,
it.
right? But then you were explaining like how we were feeling,
Yeah.
and it kind of just
I
like the
definitely,
fact
like,
that it was
I
the
could
waves
feel
were,
the boat.
were waving.
But it didn't make me seasick really. Only if I was like looking at my phone down, or if I was looking
But
down for too long.
What did you say though?
I said that, oh, I know what this feels like. Because the whole time I was like, the first 2 days I was like, what does this feel like? I'm trying to figure out what this feels like because it feels familiar, but I'm trying to figure it out. And then by like that same night that you got seasick, I was like, oh my gosh, it just hit me. This feels exactly like the day after a bad concussion. Because your equilibrium is all off, and
You're all rocking
and
around.
you get like lightheaded sometimes, and yeah, it's exactly what it felt like. And I like explained it to at family dinner, and you guys were like, "Oh, so you're used to this then?" I was like, "Unfortunately, yeah,
She built that sea leg callus, baby.
I am.
Yeah,
I know,
exactly.
I really did."
That's why I feel like, because I went when I was younger, but I'd already had like 4 concussions because of tackle football as a kid, being a
Yeah.
dumbass.
Yeah.
So I remember I was on the boat, everyone got seasick, and I was just like,
Yeah, you're just, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
little like 11-year-old
I
me
would
was
just like
living
feel
it up.
it, and I would just be like, "Okay, I'll just."
You gotta rock
Stay
with
loose.
it. Feel the
Yeah.
vibes.
And now for the past 2 days that we've been back, when I'm like I remember I had to, my first day back, I had to come back and coach for the men's team for the university that I'm now an alumni of. Wow. But I remember I was sitting down, like watching them warm up, getting ready to take stats, and I was sitting going like this, and I was like, crap. I'm not on a boat anymore. Or when I was like standing, getting ready, just like putting on perfume, I was standing and I was rocking back and forth because I was so used to just keeping like my ankles loose, letting my weight go where it needs to, not fighting it. And then I was like, oh wait, I'm not on a boat.
You were doing the right thing and the opposite of what I was doing.
Yeah, I was
trying to hold steady.
It was hunkered down.
I was trying to
resisting. Yeah,
I was trying to just like hang on for dear life.
Stimulation.
But no, I mean,
and I was like, okay, so I've been keeping my ankles loose the past couple of days and keeping my body loosey goosey to go with the waves. And
Kyron, have you ever been on a cruise? I'm curious, Kyron.
Oh yeah,
ready to flow with the wind.
Yeah,
the wind blows and you're just like. Whoosh.
I was just riding the wave the whole time.
Yeah.
And that's what I was so used to. But yeah, I also I'm glad that you brought up like hobbies. I took up drawing again. So I've been drawing a lot, and because on the cruise I didn't want to pay for the Wi-Fi package because it was pretty expensive. So I was like, whatever, I'll take both a tolerance weed break and a social media break, like, and a phone break. Yeah. Basically a dopamine break, like basically just like a California dopamine break, you know?
Yeah.
So
love that.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna need a hobby that doesn't involve the food and entertainment was amazing. It was so much fun. There was something to do every 15 minutes on that cruise because we went on a Carnival cruise and the food was so good.
Oh, they always got events and shit all over the boat, huh?
Yeah, there was something to do every 15 minutes. I weighed myself before and after we came back. I gained 3 pounds in 4 days. So
hell yeah.
But yeah, so I was thinking like, hey, I'm gonna need something to do like that doesn't involve Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And like doesn't involve like technology, preferably. So before we left, I downloaded a bunch of photos of inspiration because for me, I can draw well as long as I have a reference. Because for me, my weakest with drawing is proportions. I have so much trouble getting the proportions right, but once I have them, I can draw pretty well.
Yeah.
But it's just proportions. So
you're good with the details. It's just getting that foundation down.
Yeah, pretty much. So I just downloaded like hella reference photos. So like whenever we were waiting for food or whenever we like got back to our cabins, we were waiting, I was just drawing a bunch. But I made a mistake the first night because I was looking at my phone and drawing and looking down while we were hauling ass Ensenada, and I felt a little bit, and I was like, hey, let me sit up and eat some ginger. Let's take a moment. I've been looking down for too long.
Yeah.
Go for a little walk on the
But it's
deck.
been really nice being able to draw again. I feel like I'm healing my inner child. It's been really, really cool.
Very, very cool.
And I'm going to keep doing it.
Guitar, because I haven't played music since high school. I was in band, middle school, high school. And then I stopped making music. I was like, whatever, I haven't touched my flute in like a year now.
Yeah.
And the guitar's just nice. It's good to read music again. I was glad that I could look at music and be like, I know what I'm looking at.
Yeah. It's like that secure feeling where you're like, oh,
I don't need to relearn how to ride this bike. I can ride this bike still.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
So it's been really cool picking up like hobbies again. So I definitely recommend it. If you guys have the time, go ahead and do something that doesn't involve the internet, preferably, and just go heal your inner child.
Make the time, man. Just make 30 minutes out of your day.
Very cool.
And yeah, I agree, Kyron. I also hate drawing hands. That's what I say, dude. Proportions are so hard for me. I'm good at everything else, but proportions.
My hands just look like a ball with a line.
I know.
Can't do hands.
Just draw mittens. You got the Jack Sparrow rum, Lexi.
Lex.
Actually, I was close to getting. They were offering this like rum mixed with fruit punch. And I don't like light liquor. I prefer dark liquor. If I am to drink, I prefer dark liquor because it's sweeter, which also means it's more dangerous, but which also means it sneaks up on you. But I did not end up drinking really anything. I got free champagne. I drank a little bit of that and gave the rest to my sister, but I didn't really drink a whole lot.
Interesting.
You know what? You're just jealous, okay? My brother played French horn. Nate played French horn, actually. That's what Nate's first instrument was. You know what, Kyron? Or just...
I was to say gay.
Yeah. You know what? Gay means happy.
Yeah.
That reminds me of that.
I'm in a great mood. Thank you, Kyron.
Have you heard that? Have you heard that TikTok audio where it's like, oh yeah, one of our interns sends you make music for gay people. I do.
I love having
and then it's just silence, and it's like, what's wrong with that? And they're like, obviously they're trying to interview her and like like try to like catch her off guard, be like, you make music for gay people. She's like, yeah, I do. What's wrong with that? And they're like, no, nothing's wrong with that. And she's like, okay.
Then why'd you say it like that?
So what now? That's literally what she said. It's like a radio interview.
Next question.
With, what's his name? Charlemagne?
Timothy Charlemagne?
No.
Charlemagne the God or whatever?
Not the new Wonka. Yeah,
Charlemagne.
Yeah, Charlemagne.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, one of our interns says you make music for gay people. She's like, I do. And then it's just like silence. And she's like, what's wrong with that? And he's like, oh, nothing's wrong with that. Nothing. More silence. She's like, okay.
So she like turned what was going to be an awkward situation and turned it to
them.
onto him.
Like, it's your fault. This is awkward.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What's so wrong with me making music for gay people?
She turned their big question. I'm sure they were probably like in their like little creative studio being like, this question will get her. This will cause some trouble.
Yeah,
this will stir up the pot a bit. And then she was like, yeah.
Yeah, I do. I think it was so funny that she was like, okay, what now? Like, now what? Now you guys are just sitting staring at me. And they were like, no, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, you don't make music specifically for the audience, right? And she's like, she just starts laughing. She's like, this is so ridiculous. Like, now what?
But also, do you think she's handled this situation before?
Oh, for sure.
So
it was Azalea Banks.
Prepared for it.
It was Azalea Banks. Okay. And a lot of her music is predominantly listened to by the LGBTQ community. I can attest to that.
Does her music have the flute in it?
One of her songs.
I'm just trying to circle back here to make sure that we're covering all bases here.
No,
gotta go full circle, baby.
So
Kyrie might be right. Okay.
Yeah. So then, if anyone ever says like, "Oh, what you're doing is so gay," be like, "It is." What's wrong with that? So
honestly,
now what?
That's a great point too, Kyrie. Say it's funny watching people trying to dodge getting canceled. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know everyone's all tiptoeing around.
Yeah, because like the word "gay" doesn't automatically make you canceled.
It's so weird. I think about like. I don't even want to bring this up, but I'm doing the tiptoeing right now too.
Oh God, let's tiptoe. Let's do it.
It's like, you know, when you're a middle schooler.
Okay, you have a bisexual here.
When you're in middle schooler and stuff like that, and certain words.
I provide no benefit to getting canceled or not getting. I'm sorry.
Like, I'm a straight white man.
Speaking of, check out
I can't say anything.
Check out Nate's channel.
Oh yeah, already canceled.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, check it out. But this is like a middle schooler. You're bullshitting with your friends like that, and then you're out there trying to use these words that you think mean like stupid.
But you hear mom and dad here at some point. Or you hear it on TV.
And for me, it's like not even hearing mom and dad say it because they don't say it, but you know, like TV, you know, and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But like hearing, you know, obviously like the F slur and stuff like that. You're just like, oh my God, stop being blah, blah, blah. And you're thinking like, stop being like I don't know. It's like what the word was supposed to be.
So like either like.
You don't know the meaning to it. You're just like, that's a word now.
As an insult. So like, I mean, I've heard like, I've had to call out some of like my straight friends because me and my
like
gay
the
friends.
R word. You're being so R or whatever.
Yeah,
and it's just like, you feel like.
Yeah. No, I've heard people say that and be like, okay, that's a very thin line, but. As long as you understand what that means.
But it's just like those words you just say and then just kind of like not knowing the full extent of like the meaning behind it and stuff.
Because I've had to call out my straight friends like now for like saying like the word faggot and stuff. And because me and my gay friends, we say it around each other like whatever. Because to us, it's like we understand what that word means. Because we're in that community.
Taking control of the word.
Yeah, like we've taken control of that word. But it's different than like the N-word, because my friend Jeremiah, who is black, he hates that word. He wishes that word never existed. Even though there is like obviously that really popular opinion that like you take ownership of the word, so only you can use that.
Me and Zach are like.
I know. But then that's kind of how we kind of feel about.
Let Lexi handle this one.
That's kind of how we feel about the word faggot and the F slur. I don't even know if they're gonna let us on Spotify now. Nope. Now that I'm saying that,
not happening anymore. YouTube. Nate, can you go ahead and bleep Lexi,
can you
please?
Bleep out my F slur, please. I'm bisexual.
Timestamp.
I know, but
bleep it.
But because we like understand the weight of that word,
of course.
But so then we say it around each other with that full understanding. But then our straight friends hear us say it, so then like they'll say it, and we're like, "Hey, watch yourself. Hey, don't say that again." And they're like, "What do you mean? You guys say it all the time."
All you have to do is say you're outnumbered.
Like, what do you mean? You guys say it. Yeah.
Eyebrow raise.
Like, what do you mean? You guys say it all the time. It's like, yeah, because we understand the weight of that word. Like, like, after you understand it, like fully comprehend it, then maybe.
And like one could argue that you can't really understand it unless you're a part of that community.
Yeah. You can understand it if you're around that. Like my boyfriend, Luca, he has very few straight friends. Our friends are the same friends. We have very few straight friends. Almost all of our friends are part of the LGBT community. So he fully understands the weight of that word. He's seen that word used in every possible way, good connotation and bad connotation. So like, we don't really bat an eye if he were to say it. We don't really bat an eye because we're like, he understands it and he never uses it in a violent manner. He uses it as a term of endearment.
There you go.
But some of our straight friends, we can tell that they prefer to use it in a way of like, they think that I've had to call out my friends before about it, and I've literally had them like, they've told me like, yeah, I had to sit down and think about it because you're so right. I've told them like, hey, a big pet peeve of mine is that a majority of your jokes are about being gay, and it's a little insulting that you think that lifestyle is pure humor. Like that's your peak humor.
Yeah.
That you think being gay is like peak humor to you.
That's your funniest joke. That's your back pocket joke.
No, literally. I literally
Get
had to
something
tell
original.
them. I literally had to tell them like, hey, it just kind of bothers me a little bit. And he was like, oh my God, you're right. Like he didn't realize it. He was like, oh my God, you're right. Because obviously you grew up playing COD and you're used to that.
Modern Warfare, baby.
Yeah.
This
And
shit was terrible.
he was like, oh my God, like you're right. And he was like, I have to like sit down. The next day he came back to me and he was like, I genuinely sat down with myself and thought about it. And ever since then, he hasn't made a single gay joke anymore.
Right on.
Like, cause there's some of them where I'm like, guys, if you're just not funny, just say that. If your only joke has to do with like sucking dick, you're just not funny. Sorry, you're just not funny.
Time's out.
You're just not funny.
If you can't be funny without insulting somebody, then you're not funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And don't be all like, of course, everyone's gonna get offended at something, but
yeah,
find your balance.
Especially now, there is a lot of like hypersensitive people.
I feel like a lot of people are hypersensitive because they want it to blow up.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Because it's cancel culture is can be a very toxic
So
thing.
fucking stupid.
Yeah, I don't like cancel culture personally. This is turning into a different podcast.
It is.
But personally, I don't like cancel culture. I like holding people accountable.
Interesting.
Hold them accountable and do what comes with that. But cancel culture, just villainizing someone purely off of maybe a mistake or something. Like, yes, hold them accountable. What you did was wrong. What you did was bad. And understand that. Mm-hmm. But then there's stuff where it's like, they accidentally like did something that kind of insulted someone. And they're like, oh, this person's a villain.
Yeah.
Villainize them.
So not to go ahead and get into deep dive of this discussion and stuff, because again, this is turning into a very different podcast. But how do you feel about somebody if you see like, let's get old tweets or whatever and stuff, and you realize
how old are the tweets?
To be honest, I honestly think like we were all on YouTube in early 2000s. It was completely.
We've all seen Smosh.
Yeah, we've all seen Smosh.
Different time for sure.
And what's his name? It low key sounds bad, but it's not. Yeah, Shane Dawson. But like Niga Higa.
Oh, Ryan Higa.
Yeah, Ryan
I love
Higa.
Ryan Higa.
Yeah, like we've all seen all the skits. We've seen all of that, and it was peak humor back then. That's how the humor was in early YouTube and early internet. That's how it was, because we didn't have a filter. We just saw, ooh,
like
new
late
internet.
2000s, early 2010s was just the raunchiest, dirtiest fucking
Shock
humor.
humor was the humor, and that's how it was. And
then people took it too far, and then we got cancel culture, and here we are now.
Yeah, and then some people just took it a step too far. I think it really depends, because I can understand that, hey, that's just how it was. Accountability was not really a thing at that time. But
the internet was new.
I know, I heard it too, Kyron.
I know, Kyron, I know.
Lexi's on a roll right now.
But that's his
timestamp.
That's his name on YouTube. I swear.
That's his title.
That's his YouTube title. I swear.
That's why I'm just like, Ryan.
Yeah. I couldn't remember his name. I was like, you guys know Higa?
If you had said Higa, I would have been like, oh, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan.
Got you, baby.
Yeah.
Ryan Higa.
But yeah, I don't know. It's very dependent, and especially on how, like, you've seen like even YouTuber apologies now with the ukuleles and interpretive dancing and the fake rubbing your face, and I'm just
own up to it.
There's an art to apologizing on the internet now.
Yeah, there is. And it's there's literally a bingo card where it's like, they say that they've been in dark times and they rub their face and they fake cry. they start off their video by actually like going in and turning it on, and they don't cut that part out to make it seem real.
Colleen girl do like a full-on song?
Yeah, she did a ukulele. Yeah. And then some other girl did an interpretive dance as her apology. Yeah, that's...
Bro, just sit in front of the fucking camera and say, look, I fucked up. I'm not going to do that shit no more. I'm so sorry. Let's move on.
Yeah, just be like, yeah, what I did was wrong. I completely get it. I'm sorry. Like, genuinely apologize and take accountability.
Like, literally your friend. Like, I sat down. I had a talk with myself.
You don't need a 10-minute video.
Yeah.
But, like, if your apology is that long, you're just shifting blame at that point.
Like, I understand the content.
Views, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I understand the content creators. Like, there was recently, I don't know if you guys know who the Sidemen are. So the Sidemen are like, you know, we all know KSI.
Yeah.
KSI's group in the UK.
Oh,
and that YouTube group. Like, one of them, like, Ethan, what's his other name? I don't know, his name's Ethan. And he has this wife with a kid. And they did they're making a Christmas song or something, and they made a whole scandal about him cheating on his wife, and the other girl that he cheated on it with was also in on the joke just to get more views. And they had to apologize because, like, dude, like, we get it's a joke, like, and they were like very mature about it, but they were like, fuck you guys, we'll do what we want. Like, all parties here are okay with what we did just to generate more views, and you guys fall for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather
Byron has a great point too when it comes to apology videos.
If you're apologizing for money, then you're not apologizing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really...
How did y'all not know?
I know, roast them.
I'm on a different side of internet.
For me,
and AJ is not on the internet.
Yeah, I know.
So.
I don't try to be on the internet. I don't try to claim to know the internet. I don't know it.
AJ's blunt. So, AJ's face value. I love it.
AJ's genuine as it gets.
I'm just like, so
you can't talk about references.
Toxicity of social media and all that. But to each their own, you know.
It's okay. We'll just let you know of all the little funny stuff that's going on. All the nice, happy-go-lucky.
Kyron, have you not already understand all the different references that these two have? And I'm just like,
I know.
Don't know.
The amount of times.
Here's the reference.
I'm just like, I don't know.
The amount of times that me and Zach will just like start doing.
And then you guys are both like, have you seen that before? I'm like, no.
No.
Oh.
And we'll just like explain it.
No social media.
It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, you can't get monetized for video if it's under 10 minutes. So if there's ads on an apology video, dude.
Then they're not apologizing, they're making money.
Dude, yeah, they're literally making money off of that.
If I see an apology video that's more than like 2 minutes, I'm like, I don't want to watch that shit.
Yeah.
Waste my time.
Yeah. So Zach, is that new?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got this for Christmas.
I know, I was going to say that. Look, I haven't seen that before.
Nice segue. This is called Coldest. It's like a Stanley. Now, the coolest part about this isn't like the thermo for me. There's 3 different lids. So this is the lid with the straw that goes all the way to the bottom. There's another one that has a little hole that you just pop the latch and drink it. Mm-hmm. Now, my favorite one has these little prongs that go down like this deep. And it's a shaker.
Oh,
Shake your shakes in it. So I take that to the gym with me. This goes everywhere, and I have this little.
And he's not even sponsored.
Not sponsored. I have this on here, so I can attach it to my belt loop.
Yeah, very cool.
So I can have an extra hand.
Very good.
Very interesting. Kyron says, honestly, if I wasn't a photographer, I wouldn't have social media. Yeah.
Yeah. To sum up this whole discussion, social media can be a very toxic place, and it's.
I will say I have not even been using it lately. Like, I've probably going to delete Snapchat because I don't even fucking touch Snapchat no more.
Yeah.
I don't know who touches Snapchat. And then Instagram, I honestly am just on there for communication purposes. People talk to me through Instagram sometimes, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on. Well, I mean, I know we kind of, went to a completely different,
How have you been these last 2 weeks, AJ?
I was going to say, happy to hear that you're doing well.
Yeah. Thanks. I don't even know how we got to that discussion.
It was because of the gay flute.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Kyron, for that tangent, that spiral. And he sent me spiraling. You know what? You're just jealous.
No, you really had me spiraling.
No, but yeah, happy to hear you're doing well, Lex. And
that's just my opinion, guys.
People love
just my opinion.
So to go ahead and kind of piggyback off of what you said and stuff about what you did. Same thing. Just really enjoying the holidays with my family and stuff. Went on that cruise, and despite me getting sick, it was an awesome time. Of course, want to shout out to parents and stuff. Shout out to mom, because this cruise wouldn't even happen if it wasn't for mom, and because we did it. The cruise happened because of her work, of her job. Mm-hmm. So that's how we were able to go ahead and go on the cruise. Mm-hmm. So again, shout out to mom.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
And
I would definitely do it
honestly,
again.
My favorite part of the cruise,
the food,
wasn't even on the ship.
It was in Ensenada.
Being over in Ensenada and walking around and stuff like that, just being together and just exploring and all that. Like I really love that. I really love that we were all together.
Downtown.
We even had mom's coworker Marco, who was there, and he's just a really
lot of fun.
cool person too. And that was like, for me, my love language is quality time, and that moment there is a moment that I'm always going to have with me for the rest of my life. And it's a moment of just cherishing that. And I've never been to Mexico before, so that was another awesome experience to go ahead.
I had never been out of the country before.
Just to be there, this whole, new surroundings and stuff, and seeing all the different, I'm just going to describe it as art because it's so different, and just seeing how the different, settings and how everything is so different from what I'm used to, and really it seemed like just this whole other art to me. It was
like so much more genuine and so much nicer.
It's very endearing. They're all welcoming there, huh?
Yeah,
they are, but obviously they're there trying to with a lot of tourists and stuff. They're trying to get a business going.
We were in a very touristy area too.
But that's how I felt about Isla Mujeres when I went there in March. And we went to Cancun, took the little catamaran to Isla Mujeres, just a little island, touristy island.
Yeah.
Luckily, I speak Spanish, decent amount, so I didn't get got. My dad got got. My dad bought something outrageous price, but my favorite part was just walking around Isla Mujeres. There's so many dogs over there. I made so many dog friends.
Yeah.
But
it was so nice, so different than the U.S., and it was the best word I could use for it is refreshing. It was so refreshing.
Yeah, I mean, it was great.
I loved it. It was beautiful. I took so many photos.
That was my favorite.
And it was like, it was raining too, so it was like aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, I think I even said it to you guys where I was like, this is making everything just seem so much nicer to me, despite, the weather and everything. Like, for whatever reason, it's bringing this whole other quality to it that I really appreciate.
Yeah.
And stuff, because you had this nice little light precipitation, light, drizzle and stuff, and then you have just a gloominess of it. And I really like when the weather is kind of gloomy a little bit and stuff, it wasn't overly cold and stuff, and it was just really nice. Everything just felt really nice, and the only thing that I wish we would have been to a different place to go and eat, because I wasn't impressed at all with the food there. We got tacos, and the asada was very spongy, and when I look around, the place was dead. Like there was only there was nobody there.
We were like the only people in there, so I was like, oh. This is not a popular.
We go to
place.
other places and stuff, But
it was really cool inside. It was like it was
really cool,
old school diner kind of decor. And the decor was beautiful.
I mean, obviously service they were great and stuff too, Yeah,
they were so nice.
But I think just the quality of food, I would have liked to have maybe gone somewhere where there was more people there, because you never know, it could be better quality. But yeah, I mean, the cruise was amazing. Like I said, spend time with family for the holidays and stuff, with New Year's, and then obviously we had a podcast, after Christmas and all that. So you guys know how all that went, but even just for me, like just spending, just quality time with my girlfriend too, that's been awesome too. And yeah, I feel really happy.
Hey, she's got a girlfriend.
You used the word, I think I talked about it last podcast as well too, with the awesome gift so shout out to you, Ronnie, my girlfriend, for being so awesome. My girlfriend's better than yours. I'm kidding.
W relationship.
Yeah, W.
No, but in all seriousness, like again, just quality time, as I mentioned, is my love language, and quality time is something that I was able to go ahead and get a lot of at the end of 2023, and cheers to 2024 for all of us, and here's hoping that we continue to grow as people, as humans, as adults, and just with the podcast, with just our passions and just with whatever it is that we're aspiring for, just like even with playing guitar and stuff and all that, and obviously for both of us as well, just with even just continuing to pursue voice acting and stuff, and just growing as people, and I'm just hoping for, excuse you.
Does that sound like
it was
a bar?
But I'm just hoping for, again, just a great year of just being able to be productive human beings, so yeah, I mean,
and shout out to Mom for the cruise.
Yeah,
wasn't for her, we wouldn't have been able to do it.
Yeah, woo!
And I do want to welcome Josh. What's up, Josh?
Hello,
welcome.
Josh.
I hope that you had a great New Year's. Yeah,
go,
Josh
Josh.
says
Let's go,
single
Josh.
now in 2024. There you go, man. Again, just whether it be, like Lexi used the word refreshing, as I said that for me, like it was things have been very, very refreshing just to take the time to just enjoy the quality time with people that I care about a lot. And yeah, so
Okay, good. I'm glad you had fun.
but Josh, yeah, definitely go and try out a cruise. I think Kyron also said
Blast.
that he'd never been on the cruise. One thing I did want to say about the cruise too
Like the sea.
is was something actually similar to that was that I think Dad at dinner was literally like, you wouldn't survive in one piece.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a point where I was like, so
I was like, I literally looked, I was like,
hat?
yeah, I know.
Yeah. I was like, so you could not be a straw hat? No.
The fact that Dad
I'll cheer
would
them on
have
from a
said that too.
distance.
I was
AJ's
like,
gonna be king of the pirates.
yeah, I'm not being
From a
king of no pirates. I'm staying on
AJ's
land.
gonna be king of the land pirates.
Yeah, I just thought, I was like, damn, I'm not built for the sea. So there we go. But yeah, things have been really, really, really good. I'm very, very happy and excited for 2024. So yeah, very cool. So Josh, welcome again. And I know that you've been excited for what we're going to be discussing. And as I said at the start of this episode, like we're going to be covering some awesome stuff. We're going to go ahead and see the Beast Titan and his and really what he's able to do, how he's able to change the landscape of this battle. And something you actually mentioned too, I believe 2 weeks ago, Josh, was once Bertold transformed. That was Zeke's signal. Mm-hmm. Right? Because we understand with Bertold, he was waiting for an opportunity. He's waiting for the moment. He's waiting for the sign that Rhino was going to go ahead and give him. And he never got it. But then, Bertold decided to go ahead and act. Actually, he did get a sign. He got the yell from Rhino. So I'm not going to say that, Bertold went ahead and acted out on his own. He did.
Yeah, he's still.
Rhino was able to go ahead and just give out that call, that cry again. That Rhino did even, way back when over when they revealed themselves to be the traitors and all that. Mm-hmm. And then Bertold, he was able to go ahead and help Rhino in that moment. Bertold decided to go ahead and enter into the walls. And here he is to go ahead and help Rhino again. Mm-hmm. We understand that Rhino is not in the best shape. We talked about it with Thunder Spears, but Rhino was able to go ahead and fall to his back, protect the nape. And again, we saw a moment with Rhino where it was something that was very, very terrifying, something we haven't really seen again, where literally his like full on like brain and his like full on skull is visible.
Yeah.
While it seems like
giving
his
zombie Titan right now.
Yeah, well, it seems like his body is working very, very hard to go ahead and try to heal him as well. But Bertold is there. Armin negotiating did not work
At all.
as a matter of fact, Bertold kind of really reversed the negotiating tactic on Armin by manipulating Armin, because Armin was going to go and try to manipulate Bertold and trying to, again, pull at the heartstrings like he did last time when they had captured and kidnapped Eren, and they're trying to go ahead and escape with Eren. But that tactic of Annie,
The Annie card did not work. On this.
As a matter of fact,
He knew better.
Bertold even just kind of like, well, that's fine. Let her be eaten by the pigs or whatever and stuff,
Shrugged it off.
And
Like, you're not going to catch me off guard again.
there's gonna be a line in there in this episode again where we hear from Bertold's words again. And again, it's a very, very impactful line because we talked about 2 weeks ago Bertold's character development and how he's a character where we understand his story is going to end soon. But from what we see from him thus far, from what we see in him really embracing what they have been, trained to become warriors, and how he's really becoming, just someone who you don't necessarily need to have. He's not somebody that is reliant on, again, Rhino.
Yeah.
Because Rhino, we understand Rhino and Bertold are a tandem. They are this duo.
Package deal, baby.
Yeah.
But
They're
Bertold
not
now.
the Taekwondo duo, but they are.
No, yeah, it's a whole other duo. But Rhino is not in this. He's not in this battle right now. Bertold is very much the one who's kind of like, he is he holds all the cards right now, at least inside the walls.
Yeah.
You know, because we know that Zeke's going to go ahead and he's going to tear shit up, right? He's going to go ahead and essentially pull the rug out from underneath the scouts and really have Irvin stuck with the decision of what do we do next. But Bertold is a character where we're seeing this development in him, and it really was interesting for us as we discussed that episode. And we even got to a point, right, Lex, where we're like, we would have loved to see Bertold and his just continuing to grow as a character going forward into the story, right? Like, had he survived and say Rhina had passed, like, how much more of
how
of a
far
leader
does his potential go?
With just going back to Marley and, you know, just kind of like, again, working alongside of, you know, Zeke and the others and all that. And, you know, it's like, man, it's again, it's very, very interesting to go and think about. And we went ahead and we kind of thought about it and stuff, you know, and
all the hypotheticals that we always spiral into.
So, but Bertold, he's in his Titan form now. He's in his Colossal Titan. And, you know, like Josh said, that was the key. That was the sign that Zeke was waiting for. Because we know that Zeke is now going to act with aggression. He's going to act with his trying to impose his will over on the scouts. And Irvin's going to realize every single move that has happened has been just coldly calculated by Zeke.
Yeah.
And
now they're literally stuck between a rock and a hard place.
yeah, exactly. And literally. And it goes and it begs the question, like, who is the better strategist? You know, if that is the word. But who's the better of the two, Zeke or Irvin?
I feel like,
you know,
I feel like in this situation, just to kind of give a vague answer, I feel like Zeke had most of his cards close to his chest and Irwin didn't. Because Zeke knows everything that he's getting into, and Irwin's like, oh, there's another intelligent Titan with the big monkey Titan. And now I'm like, okay, there's another piece to my puzzle.
He can control all of these other little Titans.
And little does he know, this man can pitch.
Yeah.
This man's great pitcher for the MLB, bro.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Actually, when I was watching I watched a little analysis video before I came here. But a lot at the time when the episodes were coming out, you know, before, you know, we were able to just binge, and when it was already all out, when the episodes were coming out, it was a lot of people saw like, okay, Zeke can pitch. He has a really good arm.
Yeah.
Does that help us peek into their world? Is there baseball? How modern is their world? Like that he's able to pitch like that.
Because we had no clue what Marley was like.
Yeah, we had no clue what their technology was, how more advanced they were than Island of Parody. So at the time when we first saw him pitching, a lot of people were thinking like, oh, is this a little sneak peek into how modern they are? Do they have baseball there? Is that a thing?
Is it more like our world, or is it?
Yeah, because then you can compare it really easily to obviously the here and now world. So that was a really big deal when it was first coming out.
That motherfucking stance is up.
Yeah, he had a full he had a full on stance. They were like, does he play cricket or baseball or like what is going on?
Cricket.
Yeah.
Fantastic, Mr. Fox.
I do want to say something kind of funny. Is it
gonna be really funny?
I don't know. I think
just kind of funny.
I
think it's funny.
I hope it's really funny.
And so there's been two instances where where my girlfriend has seen me doing notes, I guess. And well, she saw the first. I wanted to show her the first episode, and so she's seen the first episode.
Yeah.
But then I was doing my notes, and for this episode, and so she saw the Colossal Titan, and she also seen the Beast Titan. Both instances, she's like, damn, these characters are thick.
Yeah.
Obviously, we
I mean, they're
understand the first
muscular
episode
everywhere else. It
with
would make
Bertold
sense that
kicking
they
in
would
the
be
wall.
muscular.
They show, you know, Birdie's, you know, all caked up over there. Then even with Zeke, too, in this episode where he's out there freaking showing him, he's, you know, in this stance. And
just wait till you show her some Zeke booty, bro.
Yeah, Zeke booty for sure.
Yeah.
We see
Like
more
human
Zeke booty.
We get 2 Zeke booties.
Yeah. And, you know, these characters are thick. When they're in their
fit,
Titan.
baby, they're
Well,
fit.
it's like I just said, they're muscular everywhere else.
Wait till she sees, you know, Annie's Titan. You know,
No, for real.
Oh
For
my
real.
Talk about thick.
She's gonna be
The jaw
I think
drop is gonna be just
I think she
Yeah.
would like Pixis. I think she would like Pixis.
You think she would like Pixis?
Just
Pixis.
by
Pixis. Do I have another Pixis stand with me? Tell her she's
No.
gonna love Pixis.
Well, to be determined. Yeah, to be determined.
Yes, I'm not alone anymore.
But yeah, so
would make sense that they have a muscular little booty.
Yeah,
Not little. Not so little.
no, it's not little at all.
Colossal.
But okay, so
Wow, girl, that ass is colossal.
big booties. Yeah, we get plenty of it
Yeah, we do.
for sure.
We get 2 Zeke booties, bro.
Yeah.
His
So,
human booty's a little square though, but whatever.
so just kind of looking at, and we didn't go ahead and put this out over on social media, but I kind of want us to do it here live
Okay.
from what you had placed over in the notes for 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Just question and poll. So we
Okay.
can go ahead and vote here live. And Josh and Kyron, go ahead and tell us your vote as well.
Yeah.
But also
Anyone
give
in
us
chat,
your
feel free.
responses as well too. And maybe you can even help me, Lex, and remind me why again we have the question that has to do with phobias.
I remember us talking
We
about
were talking about
trypophobia.
it, I think, with Kyron or Josh or Jacob. We were talking with one of them.
So
and
the question,
we were talking about phobias. Remember, we were saying like, oh yeah, we're talking about heights. We're talking about
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
it led
Josh.
with roller coasters.
Yeah, with
Oh,
Josh.
yeah. We were talking about Disney and the Incredicoaster and
Yeah.
Six Flags. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
talking about
Very
all that.
very cool.
then
So
we were talking about like we were all sharing what our phobias were.
Okay.
Basically.
So we discussed our phobias already, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because we talked about how like, oh yeah, spiders are fine. I'll let a spider live. Spiders fine. I can't do roaches.
Yeah.
And then heights for some reason make my wrists weak
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
my palms sweaty.
That's right. Did we discuss?
I have no
Did
clue
we
what mine
discuss
is.
our phobias? I don't know if I necessarily fully discussed what my phobias
Yeah, I don't
are.
think you guys did because we were talking about like, oh yeah, I'm not a big fan of roller coasters. Da da da. We didn't talk specifically. So what was the
Alright, so
exact
the maximum
question?
quota of the word booty for the day has been reached.
Yeah, I know.
But
No, we're gonna talk about more Zeke's
Very
booty when we get into this
yeah,
episode.
one
Just
over.
wait.
We're one over. Booty, that's 2.
But what was the exact question?
So this question that
put
we have
down?
over the notes should just say it says, "What phobia
Arms are heavy.
do you have?"
Oh, okay.
And
Phobia.
I don't know. For me, phobia, I have similar phobias when it comes to like, obviously cockroaches and stuff. Like those are disgusting. I think cockroaches in general are like, they're just, people think that they're disgusting. Some don't like them more than others. Obviously with me, like I despise cockroaches.
Yeah, same.
I
Right.
stepped on one and I burned it to death last night.
There you go.
Yeah, you were last night.
Last night when I got home from work.
Pretty sure did. You not do that exact same thing when we were talking about roaches 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, did it again.
Okay, just making sure.
That's just something that
No, I literally ran into
It's
one.
just a
I walked in
pastime.
last night and it was just there and I stepped on it, put it in a napkin, took it outside.
It's just a fun pastime for him.
Also, when it comes to rodents, I'm not a fan. Not
I
a
am.
fan of rodents.
I am.
Not
I
a
think they're
fan
so
of
cute.
I think that they are.
I'm indifferent.
You know what really gets me for some of these rodents are the tails.
Yeah.
And the
for
tails
sure.
How are
just
you
like
hairy
so-
everywhere but your tail?
Like, it's just like, it's disgusting.
How are you with my chinchillas? How do you feel about them?
You know what? Chinchillas are fine.
Because they're basically just furry rats.
No,
They're just furry field mice.
they're not.
Yes, they are.
yeah, they
No.
are.
Do you see how
They just
long
got
their
the only
tails
thing
are?
is they just got furry tails.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have furry tails.
They're more round. They don't
That's
look
true.
as.
Well,
they don't
mine-
their-
mine are really
their
round.
Noses, their nose don't look as just so pointy and so just kind of
So
like.
you don't
I
like
know.
rats?
I don't like rats. No, I don't like
Possums?
rats. Possums are pretty disgusting.
Raccoons,
Possums are so cute.
Raccoons they're interesting,
trash pandas.
but I think
Badger.
that raccoons they could be pretty terrifying.
badger?
You've seen the way they walk.
They're so cute.
It's
because
just
they're so
They
big.
wash their food.
yeah,
I know.
Cotton
And one of the
candy.
saddest
I know, that
videos
was-
you can
that's-
ever
that
watch
video
is
is so
a
sad.
raccoon washing a cotton candy.
That
It's one of the
video
most
was
sad
so
things you can ever watch.
It's sad, but they're so adorable that I just want to give them more.
Yes. But
watch
I guess
them do it
raccoons.
again.
I mean, I don't know.
The way that they would like that
raccoons,
video of that raccoon.
I'm gonna
like,
see raccoons
waddling up and just full on palming dog
Palming
food.
dog food, yeah.
And just waddling away.
I'm gonna say that raccoons are gonna be fine as long
Okay.
as I could see them. I could watch
They're
them. I could
rounder.
look at them. But
Okay, so
when
you
it
don't
comes
mind
to
a rodent
rats,
if they're round.
Like if I see a rat just like full on, just like running by, I'm like, hell no,
Don't ever move to New York.
I was gonna
No.
say New York is not. No, those are some.
Those are
rats.
fucking big, dude.
Those are
I went
chihuahuas.
to New York, literally like this big.
Yeah,
They're
that's insane.
huge.
Oh, see, even now it's making my like skin crawl.
Yeah, rats
but-
are huge in New York.
Kyron says I had a bearded dragon, and one of the foods that he ate was indeed roaches.
Yeah.
Damn. But Kyron also says my phobia is definitely heights. Something about free falling and hitting the ground 90 miles per hour told me. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it should.
Yeah.
That's
You mean
your
terminal
survival
velocity?
instinct.
At that point, you just fucking pencil down fucking.
Now,
terminal.
okay, so I think we might have talked about this as well too, but like for somebody who's afraid of heights and say that your quirk or whatever is flying, how is that something where it's like, how are you
God.
going to be able to go ahead and deal with
That's
that?
tough. Don't look down
Have you guys seen Invincible?
No.
on my list.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, Kyron hates rats too.
Yeah. Yeah. Rats are just disgusting.
They're
I
big
mean,
old
I don't know.
teeth.
They're just so disgusting. I mean, when it comes to other rodents, like obviously like guinea pigs and hamsters and whatnot, I
Yeah.
mean, like those are of course tolerable. I mean,
Because they're round.
I think when it comes to
It's
these
the
rodents, they
shape.
have to be round and
Round
cute
and fluffy. Yeah.
and fluffy, and
Like
their
a
tails,
Yeah.
and their tails can't be disgusting looking.
Okay.
Like,
your tails need fur, is what AJ
I
is
feel,
saying.
Yes.
I know their tails. I
Yeah.
feel like you need to get a closer look at my chinchillas.
I don't want to.
Why do you
They
want
ha-
to turn him off of your chinchillas?
They have a lot of rat-like qualities, so that
Why?
I can hopefully
No.
be like, okay, you know what? They're not bad.
All you're gonna do is scare him away from your
I was gonna
chinchillas.
say, exactly. You're gonna go ahead and have me.
They have a lot of. They honestly just look like really fluffy field mice.
I don't think so.
They have those long tails, but it's just covered in fur.
Okay, so there
That's
we go.
all. That's all. That's all.
That's
AJ
all. That's
needs.
all that
That's
matters.
the
It's just
fur.
fur.
AJ
I'm gonna
just
shave
doesn't,
their
Again,
AJ
it's the
doesn't like
roundness.
tails.
I'm gonna shave their tails and let them loose in your room.
Interesting. Kyron has an interesting idea
cool.
that we should name a superpower that we'd like to have, but someone else should name a downside or a con to having that power.
So basically, like a quirk.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what quirk?
Well, that's what flying is.
What quirk do you want to have? And me and Zach have
Oh.
to come up with cons,
Okay.
and then same thing with
There's two superpowers that I absolutely. I mean, they kinda
choose
go
one.
hand-
Which one do you want the most?
Crap, I don't know. They kind of go hand in hand. So
Do they?
It's It's the ability to stop time or super speed.
God damn it!
Both have to do with.
I want a time.
Yeah.
So do you want super speed?
Okay, I'll take super speed and you take time.
You can take time.
Okay.
Deal.
Okay.
Take your time.
Zawardo.
Okay. So when it comes to super speed, the first thing that comes to mind is obviously if anybody's watched The Boys,
I know.
first episode. Like,
A train, baby. The A train don't stop for nobody.
like what happens if you're not able to go ahead and really fully control it?
And
next thing you know,
time and I blow through someone's.
You're
girlfriend.
just running through people.
Sorry, I ran through your girlfriend. Haha.
Yeah.
Stay away from Project V, bro.
Yeah. That's obviously a downside to it.
Yeah.
Now, what if
Your clothes
just
are-
like even the Flash,
Ooh.
in the Flash, in order for you to go ahead and use that power and that speed, you have to go ahead and consume so much food and all that and stuff.
Oh yeah, because you
Understand,
burn intense.
That's
amount
not
of
in your
Your
budget right
metabolism
now.
is through the
Yeah,
roof.
that's not
That
in
is
my
not
budget.
in your budget right now.
Not really.
I mean, if you're fast enough, you can just
Kyron
take
says
it.
your con would be super speed, but you have to crawl.
So you're
or-
the cart titan.
So you're the cart.
So you're the cart
Yeah.
titan.
I'm okay with that. I think I prefer that.
It's very
like
rat-like.
Ron.
Yeah. I'll just
I feel like
scurry
the con
around.
is physics apply to everything. So every step you take with the force you're generating is gonna like punch a hole in the floor.
Also,
Does that mean
building
that I'm
up
buff,
enough
though? How
speed.
does it affect my muscles?
Does that mean that she's going to go
Force
ahead?
equals mass times acceleration. You're accelerating pretty damn fast.
Is she going to be literally like combusting in like flames or?
We'll say that you're frictionless to the air,
Okay.
but
That's
the
cool.
but you still need friction on the ground.
But
You
there's still
fucking-
like physics.
yeah.
So does that mean that her bones are going to be like? Is it going to be like Deku, where every time she uses her quirk, she's fracturing bones and
I
shit?
feel like you're gonna. No, how about this? You'll feel
No,
the G-force.
my body
You'll feel
can
the G-force.
sustain it.
Okay.
My body can sustain it.
But inanimate objects around you and other
But
people can't.
yeah.
Interesting
other
question.
physics
Josh says,
around
how
me.
fast are we talking?
We're talking flash speed. Are we talking Quicksilver? Are we?
Well, she's talking about
I
time.
think, yeah, I
She's
think
talking about
Quicksil-
time.
I want Quicksilver speed.
So what happens if she goes and she generates so much so much speed and she gets lost in time? What happens if you literally get lost in time?
Then I just slow down.
No,
No,
it
you're
doesn't.
already
you don't-
lost. Now you got to
What do
go
you mean?
back. How would you go back?
How would you go back? You're so far into time, you don't understand the concept of it and where you're even at.
Like-
and how are you going to go
I
ahead
don't
and just
think I'm
find your way back?
understanding this question.
So look, think about Flashpoint in DC. The
Okay.
Flash ran so fast that he literally reset the universe.
Wait, what? How?
That's Flashpoint is. That's why there's so many different like variations of DC universes.
The thing is, what I understand when it comes to movies and anything with time, you don't fuck with it.
Yeah, you do not mess with
Don't
time.
fuck with time, baby.
So that's why it's like,
But he's gonna
a
have the ability to control it.
but no,
stop
to
it. I want the
it.
ability to stop time.
To stop time.
Okay.
Stop, not control.
Now, he's not gonna
I
go
don't want to
and
jump around.
alter.
I just want to stop time.
Okay.
He's not going to go ahead and alter time. He's just he's altering it to
Literally,
a certain
I just
extent.
want to be Dio. I just want to be Dio from
I just want to be able
JoJo's.
to do a fun hobby and still have time for my deadline.
I just want to stop time for 2 hours to play my guitar before I go to
Great point
sleep.
too. Kyron also has for Khan for it comes to flying. It says that he read somewhere that flight superheroes also need super strength because landing and coming to a complete stop
Oh, your joints
wouldn't
are
be
fucked.
ideal.
Yeah.
Your joints are fucked. That's why I made an Invincible reference, but
And then there's obviously that Deadpool gag too, where he's like, "Oh, superhero landing. Oh, it's so painful in the knees and stuff." Kyron has a great one too. Personally, I like to teleport. Now, again, is it going to be like what's his name? Nightcrawler, where he needs to be fully aware of the surroundings of the
he
point
needs to
where
have
he's teleporting to.
seen it or at least been
Yeah.
there or know the area.
Oh yeah.
And what
'cause then
happens
how do you
if
teleport?
you
somewhere
teleport,
you've never been?
and just like with A-Train, just like with what happens if you teleport through somebody?
You teleport into somebody or a bird. If you teleport in the sky,
You teleport
Yeah.
next thing you know, just
You just kill it.
or what happens if you teleport into traffic, or what happens if you teleport into whatever it is?
Like, do you need to know the exact like?
I feel like the con I'm gonna give you.
Do you need to understand the exact layout? Yeah,
the con
exactly.
is you can only teleport within a 5-mile radius.
Damn.
But I will say this:
I love
to be
Nightcrawler.
fair, there's no cooldown, so you can just keep teleporting.
Okay.
Okay.
But 5-mile radius.
Interesting.
And then I guess ages is you have to know the area.
My thing is like, yeah, you have to be fully aware of the point where you're trying to teleport to. You can't just be like, oh, I want to go to Paris,
transmission,
and
yeah. Know the
never
key.
have been to Paris.
Yeah. Ever.
You
I
know?
want to go to the Eiffel Tower. Go to the one you saw in Vegas.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, well,
Yeah.
shit.
No. Oh crap! I was imagining the wrong one.
So that just means that you have to literally travel to that point.
Do you just think it, or do you say it out loud?
Harry
Like
says,
in
wow, that's
Harry
something
Potter?
I didn't think about.
Yeah. Do you just like need to think it and you do it, or do you need to like say it out loud, like in Harry Potter? But then he accidentally said Diagon Alley too fast, so he just said diagonally. So he teleported like at a diagonal somewhere.
No, I don't. I mean, is that the con that you're giving him?
Yeah.
Okay, so
You have
that's
to do it verbally.
yeah.
Is that you have to do it verbally?
Can I
and
look up Google Images?
I mean, I guess that works.
Can I go
that'll
on
work
maps?
if you're able to go ahead and kind of like obviously improve and strengthen your ability.
You gotta
know,
level up
because-
a bit, brother.
Yeah.
You just go into what is it when you go on Google Maps and then you like put the person down, you're able to look like GeoGuessr.
I could go to the Windows home screen. It's just the big green hills.
Where is that at? That's a real place, I think, in Europe.
It's in Europe
know.
somewhere. I think it's.
But can you just like GeoGuessr yourself somewhere?
Holy shit! You can use GeoGuessr, Kyron. You're unstoppable.
There you go.
Another
Technology, man. Technology.
I know. Another superpower that I had always thought about that I would really like is shapeshifting. But also, how far does that go? Like, can I just shapeshift, still be myself, but shapeshift into like myself ready, like with makeup on and clothes
Well,
on?
I think that yeah. Why wouldn't you be able to do that?
Like, it's still myself, but it's like the ready version of myself, like the going out version of myself. But can I shapeshift into what does it take for me to shapeshift into someone else? What does it take for me to shapeshift
You gotta
into
eat
animals?
the food of whatever you want to. Yep, Sun Eater, baby.
Sunny.
Yeah. Does it have to be a living thing to shapeshift into, or can I shapeshift into like a light pole?
I mean, I guess.
I'm not gonna do Sun Eater for your con. For your con, I'm gonna make it be like Momo, where you gotta understand what you're turning into. Like, you have to know like either the biology of it, like the physiology, or like the chemical makeup of it.
Oh, okay. So it probably should.
Like, if you
okay,
want
so
to be
it
a
has-
lamp, you
so
gotta
it-
know how the lamp works.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking like, okay, it has to be a living thing because I understand human beings. I understand how those work, so I could transform into any human being.
As
Or
long
is
as
it
you-
like a toga thing where I need their blood?
I feel like you have to be able to visualize what you want to turn into,
Okay.
but you have to understand. The
Or isn't there
components.
like there's a shapeshifting power where you need like that person's DNA of some sort? You need like their hair or something or blood.
There are certain elements
Overall?
like that, yeah, where you do need to be able to have, like
Or
you
like
said,
a
their
tooth.
DNA.
Yeah, I need to use their DNA to
Their
do it.
tooth.
Yeah.
I need one of your teeth.
No, you could just have a hair. No, I need a tooth. Sweat? No. Tooth. I need that guy's leg.
I need your.
Wow. Karen says your crutch is you can shapeshift into anything, but you lose 1 minute of your life every time you transform into anything non-human.
You're the CIA's best friend, just so you know.
Okay. A minute? I can do that.
Okay.
Because I never know when I'm going to die. What does it change for me?
What if you die and shift into your younger self?
One thing what that changes is that you understand that you're decreasing your life.
Yeah. But
Every
that's only
time
if I
you-
do anything inanimate, and I don't really want to do inanimate objects all that much anyways.
Okay. Very cool.
Well, he said non-human, so
Yeah.
animals too.
Animals. Dang it.
Oh yeah, that's
Sorry, Beast Boy.
Dang it. Yeah, animals would be a toughie. Because, like, what if I want to fly anywhere for free and I just, like, transform into a carry-on? Or not for free, for $30.
I guess the con is if you don't turn into a human, you have to bring clothes with you.
Oh, yeah, true. And then, like, how...
There you go. Yeah.
How long can I be that other thing? Like, how long
Give it a time duration. We can put a
until it, like, starts
There's
to
like
get,
the
like,
fusion
icky?
thing where you have 30 minutes on the clock.
Yeah.
fusion.
Like, does it, like, run out? Or does it, like, just, like, get achy and, like, intolerable if I'm, like,
I
someone
think it makes
else?
sense if it does. Obviously, like it
You gotta
weighs on your
you gotta
body.
have food in your system. You gotta keep eating.
That's fine with me. I'm going to want to do that anyways.
There you go.
But if you get hungry, you're like, oh, my tummy hurts. I can't do this no more. Poof, human.
I have a tummy ache. I can't be anyone else anymore.
Okay, fine.
But I would solely want to use it just to, like, transform to get ready like that. So I could sleep in longer. I can play video games longer.
I'm just
That's
gonna
why.
stop time.
That's why I wanted super speed and to stop time. I just want to be able to slow things down and take my time with stuff.
Yeah.
Appreciate things and sleep in more. Can you imagine stopping time for sleep?
I would never need to
Like-
waste a minute of my natural life.
The thing is, will you always just look tired though?
No, because you
No,
stop time and you sleep.
You stop time to sleep.
And then when you wake up, you unfreeze time.
Yeah, you unfreeze time and you
I'm
kind
gonna
of
go to sleep at midnight and wake up at 12:01 and start my day.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm just gonna have like nonstop stuff to do.
I could be at work and be like, pause, lay down somewhere.
Yeah, and just take a nap. But I feel like the caveat is that like you age through that time.
I don't give a shit.
Your aging doesn't. Cool. I die sooner. That's even
I
better.
know, two birds, one stone. I get to enjoy my time.
Damn, literally, as you say that, Kyron says you can stop time, but you age yourself.
Yeah, that's a long
5
fucking
years.
time,
Hey,
Kyron.
5 years is kind of a lot.
Okay, how about we'll stick with minutes? 5 minutes.
If I age, I can sleep for 8 hours and age 5 minutes.
No, I
No.
think that you should age through the duration that you're stopped.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
It just always give me a cheat code, bro. That's not
Yeah.
a con. That's a cheat code.
Just say damn.
5 years?
kinda-
You're fucking nuts, bro.
This guy favorite.
Jesus.
5 years every time you stop time. Bro,
Stop
you're,
time.
He knows who he's
Stop
talking
time
dead, bro.
fucking
You're
10 times and I'm dead.
You're dead.
I know, literally.
You're dead.
That means I gotta be very sparing on when I
5
stop
years.
time.
How about 1 year? Every time you
No.
stop time.
No.
1 year.
Actually, what if I'm supposed to die young and then I'm just.
I know, because the thing is, it's tough because you don't know when you're gonna die.
You don't know.
It's one of those things where it's like, would you rather know when you die
Unless
or how you die?
somebody's else's powers, they're just the Grim Reaper.
I know.
So they're able to know when.
Death Note?
Or when. Yeah, there you go. Speaking
Yeah,
of
they
Death
could
Note.
see lifespans.
Like
You didn't
Interstellar?
think,
True.
What
Like
would your
Interstellar?
power want to be?
I'm interested to.
I wanna poke some holes
find
in it.
out how.
I
you
want
guys
to
go ahead and
burst your
give
bubble.
me a handicap
I know.
for this one, but for me,
I'm leaning into this one.
I would love to be a healer. I would love to go ahead and be able to just have the ability to go ahead and heal.
When you heal someone,
ailments.
you take their injury.
And,
I was literally gonna say that. Kuma.
okay, but then how does that work if I just go ahead and I heal and I take their injury and then like I would just
You
heal
don't get
myself?
hurt, but you have to feel the pain.
Okay, how about you can heal everyone else, but you can't heal yourself?
But I'm taking their injuries.
Okay, let's ignore that.
Okay.
You're not taking their injury.
Okay, so that one's out
you're
of.
not taking
But you
the
can
injury?
heal everyone else, but you just can't heal yourself.
Okay,
My con would be
then I'm just me, just as AJ.
Yeah.
But I'm able to
But
go
you're
ahead and be
healing
like,
everyone
all right, you get another concussion. All right. There you go.
I would love that.
You're okay now.
I'd be calling you up so many times.
I'd be like, damn, Zach, your collar's fucked, dude. Okay, let me go ahead.
So was my elbow.
Yeah.
So was your elbow. Boom. There you go.
Shoop.
And then, hey, Eddie, what's up?
Oh, hello, Eddie.
No worries at all, man.
Yeah,
no
no.
worries.
New Year, brother.
You're here.
Everyone's got
welcome.
life.
We're so glad that you're here, Eddie. Welcome to the new year.
make that bread, bro.
And I hope that you had a great New Year's. And we're just glad that you're here.
We're about superpowers.
We're shooting the shit right now.
So
Yeah, we haven't even gotten
I
into
have
the
one of two
episode.
cons for you. I'm gonna let you pick
Okay.
the con. So my first con is you have to feel the pain. You don't get
Which
injured.
would make sense because I'm an empath. So
Yeah.
So you don't
You have to
get
feel-
injured. So like
Okay.
let's just say like you heal like a broken bone. Your
So
bone doesn't
say-
break,
so-
but you gotta feel that pain.
So to go ahead and do that, it's kind of like, okay, so to kind of give an example, right? As I'm healing it, I'm in pain by feeling it.
Yes.
And then once they're healed, then I'm good, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And the healing
I like
can
that.
it can vary in time depending on your energy at that point. So if you heal fast, you won't feel pain as long, but you'll
Yeah.
feel the full extent of the pain.
And I think
in whatever time span you take
depends
to heal.
on the severity of whatever ailment it is and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, obviously, if I am going to be this cure for cancer and I want to heal people, then that means that I'm going to be feeling every bit of pain that they are feeling and,
Yeah, like-
and enduring and stuff and all
Yeah,
that.
like their aches.
I got two words for you. The best way to sum it up is nothing happened.
Yeah. The thing is, at the
I
end
know
of the
you'll get
day,
it's a One Piece reference.
at the end of the
Sorry.
day, though, that I'm going to go ahead and heal this person and whatever they experienced,
will be gone.
I'm going to go
Exactly.
ahead and experience very briefly. And after that, I'm good.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, it's very much worth it. It's worth the anguish and pain if it means something that they have experienced for whatever duration of their
The
life.
thing is that for this is more of like a physical ailment, a physical weakness. You are going to get used left and right. You're going to have people from all over the world
Yeah, I understand that.
coming to you.
But that's why I'm going to
and it comes to a
maintain
point where it's
my
like-
privacy. I'm going to maintain, like,
Yeah, like you won't. I don't know how you're not gonna be able to live a private life, man.
I know I'm
Everyone's
not
gonna
going
want
to be
you
able
heal.
to.
Well, I
But-
mean, if you just find a way to keep it under wraps for however long
called
you
wearing a
can.
mask. It's called having a suit.
right.
Where
talking
is my
earlier.
super
I got my
suit?
glasses.
Oh, duh.
I'm good.
Yeah. All you,
AJ's
do, all you have to
gonna-
do is shave.
Glasses,
Like, go ahead.
glasses and
Honestly-
hat off, and he's fine.
Literally, honestly, if I just shave or whatever, something like that, like literally, like the facial recognition didn't even recognize me.
I know.
When we were leaving the cruise.
Yeah, it didn't.
I'm like,
recognize
man,
you
I'm
'cause
such a
you-
walking phoenix. Like, literally, my appearance changes
always
so
changing
much.
Your appearance, man.
You're just a little chameleon, bro.
And then it comes a point of morality where you're like, do I charge people for this? Do I, like,
Well, I don't know. I'm never gonna go ahead and charge people for it because, like, that's not. I think about how I am as a person. You know.
Okay.
Like,
I would charge the rich.
like,
I would charge
I'm
the
not
I
rich.
would
go
hella
ahead
charge
and-
people.
I won't charge the poor. I
I'm
won't charge the
taking
rich.
so much time out of my day to
It
heal
depends
all
though.
these people.
Everything, it's all situational. You know, like if I'm having some sort of kind of like firm or if I'm having some sort of like, you know, just business trying to get me there to go ahead and start healing these people left and right, like, okay, like I think I deserve to go and have compensation, you know? Now, if I see somebody who got the shit kicked out of them, whatever, they just got freaking, you know, full on like
Yeah, then
whatever,
it's
you know,
yeah,
then I'm
it's
like, okay,
professional.
let me help you out with that and stuff like that. I'm like, hold on, you stay right there. I'm gonna go home real quick, get my suit on. I'll be right back. Just don't move. No, I'm
I
kidding.
know.
I would go get my suit on.
Like I feel like stuff like that isn't curable, stuff like cancer, ALS, like stuff like that. I don't
Like
think we should,
terminal
I
You
don't,
think those
yeah,
are
terminal
off
disease.
limits?
I don't think we should have. No. I think you can heal them, but I don't think you should have to charge them. But if it's
No.
someone that's like an,
I thought we were going about like their terminal diseases, like they don't get better, so you can't heal them. But
oh,
But
no,
what if
I wasn't going there.
was gonna say, what if I was able to go ahead and buy them more time? Here we are again with time.
Yeah, Mess with
today's
that, man.
episode theme is time. Get
interesting.
yourself a
Depends on how
Rolex.
far-
Tyron
go?
says, but AJ, what if the pain hurts so much from just the constant over and over again that I slowly begin to go crazy? Then guess what? I'm beginning my villain arc, baby.
I know, literally, because then it
And
comes
then
to
you
the
start
point where-
dishing the pain back out. You store up all this pain, and you're just like,
Yeah.
Literally.
Because then it's like, how far does it go? If you're healing, okay, a broken bone, you know, someone's disease, someone's cold, whatever, and then
Yeah.
you start healing like soldiers that have been like,
shot.
yeah, shot, have been torn up from the inside.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to heal like Irvin Smith.
Yeah.
You're trying to heal Armin
I
that
would-
got burned to death.
then I'm healing them both them in a heartbeat.
Or no, not to death. If they're dead, you can't heal them.
No, obviously if they're dead, I can't go and bring anybody back to
you
life.
can't play God.
No, I can't. Yeah, I can't bring anybody back to life.
But
you know?
it's like,
but if somebody's on the brink of death, if somebody's on the brink of
bring
death,
it back to AOT, like how Armin was.
yes, if somebody's on the brink of death, I can go ahead and save them.
Okay.
However,
but
if they are
every bit of that, just
yeah, it's gonna be for the duration of when I heal the person. So again, it's like, as an
what if
empath.
the duration is an hour?
Well, I don't know. So again,
well, never mind.
Is that what
we're gonna get so deep into it. Duration just depends on the injury.
okay, yeah.
Okay.
So what would be
like
give an example? What would be the longest duration here?
I feel like anything that's a terminal disease, if you get a month of extra time for each hour you put in. For like cancer, like if someone has cancer, like on death's door, you can give them your hour buys them a month. But if it's something like small, like it takes like
shit, someone's gonna have to. So I'm gonna be like a doctor. Someone's gonna have to like literally schedule appointments with me.
You're like
that's what I'm saying. You're gonna.
What's your name from My Hero? Fucking.
Honestly, exactly, Karen. I'm like, damn, I gotta stand over this person for an hour.
I know.
My legs are gonna be hurting.
Aegis is gonna be sitting down, hand out.
I know.
Come into my office later. I'm just laying in bed.
Yeah, come into my office.
Stay there.
Just let me just.
And
in order to heal them, you just have to touch.
Or what if you build up such like a mental callous to the pain that you just don't care anymore?
I've experienced every bit of pain, and now it's just like anything.
I've experienced everything. I've experienced a shot through the arm. I've experienced concussions. I've experienced being burnt to death.
Yeah.
Experienced
I've been
broken
through a lot of
bones.
painful things, and my pain tolerance is pretty damn high now.
I'll be like, if you name it, I've healed it,
I've
and I felt it.
I literally smacked my head on a counter at work yesterday. Like I literally went down. It was literally just like a corner. I just went boom, and I just kept going and doing my shit. And my coworker was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Huh?"
Yeah, like yeah.
She's like, "Your head." And I was like,
There's no
"Am I
more,
bleeding? No, we're good."
there's no more brain cells.
I'm trying to think of like now like hero names. I'd be Doctor something.
Strange.
A mother
No,
FJ.
I'm not gonna be Doctor Strange. Not gonna be Doctor Doom. Not gonna be freaking Doctor Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Dr. Pain.
I
Dr.
would
Pain.
be
Dr. Sana Sana Colita Tedrana.
Dr. Empath. Okay.
Dr. Empath.
Dr. Feel. No, that sounds.
I wouldn't
creepy.
want to be a superhero. That's too much. That's
Too much
That's
stress.
That's way
Yeah,
too
okay.
much stress. I'm just gonna shapeshift and or speed up on my own.
I'll do good deeds.
Yeah, I'll do good deeds
with time.
for myself.
If I see a
I
shit,
will rob
I'll
a
stop
bank
time
for
like
myself.
poof, and I'll move people.
Are you able
around.
to bring people in your journey of stopping time with you?
Fuck that. I don't want anyone in my bubble.
Nope.
But if I see shit go down, I can just stop time and I can move people around.
Yeah,
I can move things.
like Quicksilver.
If I want to fuck with people, I can put like a water balloon over their head, and then let it go, and then all of a sudden.
Or like in Click when he pauses it and he pants the.
Yeah.
Sam,
Doesn't
like
he?
Adam
Doesn't
Sandler,
even
baby.
stand on his desk and like just fully rips one right in his mouth.
In David Hasselhoff's mouth. Or he stops time and he just.
I'm like, fuck that. I want
Pants.
my quirk to be voice acting.
I know.
I want my quirk to be mimic.
Okay, here's
I can
the
make any
catch.
voice.
You're good at voice acting, but you suck at everything else.
I know, but everything else you suck at.
Oh man.
You're good at voice acting, but you can never get a job.
Yeah, there you
No, you need to know, man. There's a
Just realized
caveat.
I can explore the entire world with the teleportation.
No, you need to know. I mean, unless you GeoGuessr is
That's what we're talking about.
This man's gonna look up like a picture of Mars and fucking go. Well, I told him it's a 5 mile
if it comes
radius.
to space,
He's a
and
5
shit,
mile
isn't he gonna
radius.
Go and
5
screw
mile
up with
radius.
everything.
You don't like the sea, Kyron.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
but you would, just you.
You can't
You
see.
currently now would go there. You would still feel the pressure of the water,
You
and you would
can't
not be
see
able to
the
breathe.
darkest part of the sea anyways. There's no way you could teleport there because
You
you
would
can't
need to
visualize
gear
it.
up and then teleport. And then
Anyways,
Interesting.
over the end,
you're gonna go see Santa?
I can go there.
All right,
Okay.
very very cool. That was honestly that was fun. It was fun talking about that
was a good
stuff.
tangent.
Very
We were
quickly,
talking about phobias, but then
very quickly we're gonna go ahead and just do this poll question. How do we feel about roller coasters? Rapid fire. Kyron, tell us, how do you feel about roller coasters? I'm guessing it's a no. Eddie, how do you feel about roller coasters? Josh, how do you feel about roller coasters? Lexi, how do you feel about roller coasters? Yes or
No.
no? Zach,
You know my answer.
I'm guessing it's a hard yes.
Hard fucking yes.
Hard yes. And I am also a no.
I'm thinking like, yeah, I told you.
Yeah. So roller coasters is no for me.
Do I have any other yesers in the chat? Any other yesers for roller coasters?
Anybody yes for roller coasters?
Are you going to join the no squad?
Or is it all about the no's?
I don't think it's safe for me to do roller coasters because I'm so concussion prone.
Yeah. After what I experienced.
Kyron says no.
There's a no. There's a no. There's a no.
No.
Is Eddie a yes?
Anyone else in chat? Even if we
Is
didn't
Josh
name you,
a yes?
anyone new friends in chat?
Anybody
feel free to
listening,
chat.
if you are a yes, let us know. It'll make
Don't let
Zach
me
feel
go on
much
the roller
better.
coasters alone.
Give us a no. We'll all just be standing on the side with our pretzels, watching Zach
Exactly.
on the Incredicoaster.
I'll probably have a churro.
Falling off the top of the loop.
We'll just watch him do the slingshot ride.
I'll have a churro with my soda. Probably Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
It'd be a safe bet.
Love
Hey, that could be your
Dr.
superhero
Pepper.
name. Dr.
Eddie
Pepper.
says I like roller coasters.
Hey.
Thank you, Eddie. We're gonna ride them all. We're on a mission.
Interesting. Very, very
Do you
cool.
think anyone's ever ridden every roller coaster on the planet?
Yeah,
Every single roller coaster.
I think so. How many roller coasters do we think there are?
A lot.
In the world?
Yeah, in the world.
God.
A lot.
2,000?
Okay.
Well, define roller coaster. Like those kiddie rides?
Amusement park rides
Okay.
for adults.
So amusement parks. That really does narrow things down. We're not talking about carnivals anymore. We're not talking about any of that stuff. We're talking about amusement parks.
Yeah.
Now, do we think somebody in this world has gone on every single roller coaster in every single amusement park?
There are over
Yeah,
2,400 roller coasters in the world.
You've seen
Okay.
you've seen the YouTube channels, yeah.
I think so. Eddie says best coasters are at Six Flags.
Facts.
So you and Eddie got to meet up and go to Six Flags.
Let's do it, bro. I'm down. I'm always down for a good amusement park.
There's a conspiracy theory that there's something being hidden in Antarctica. There's videos of people being turned around by a militia at this big ice wall.
So Kyron's trying to venture into there. What happens once you go ahead and teleport and then you just like
Yeah, now
aren't
what?
paying attention?
Stand on an ice mine.
And somebody just like snipes you.
I know.
You have to pay attention. Curiosity will get you killed, my friend.
Solely being there doesn't mean that you're invincible.
You don't have invincibility.
Yeah.
I was gonna say invincibility and just be like, how is that gonna go ahead and what would you guys come up with for invincibility?
Just never dying.
You're like
You
your
suffer.
power already is a
Are you
con.
invincible?
Yeah.
Are you invincible or immortal? There's a difference.
Ooh, there you go. I was gonna say just invincible, but still I can go ahead and die of old age.
Yeah, but then that doesn't make you invincible if you're dying of old age.
I mean,
Invincible from physical attacks.
Okay.
invincibility. I guess I
You
would
can
have
still
to
die
really.
to diseases. You have to take care of your health.
Okay, yeah.
And
You're
my diet and
externally
shit.
invincible. Internally, you still need to
Okay.
keep in check.
So it's more like just kind of like
Not invincible to insults, man. You're not invincible
that's
to
true.
Sticks and stones may break my
That shit will
bones,
hurt.
but words will never hurt me.
that shit will hurt.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday, something kind of like it was my fault too,
Oh god.
but just
Was it
did
your
like
fault?
DoorDash, and I did a double dash,
Uh-huh.
and so like me and my girlfriend wanted pizza, so we got pizza, and then I was like craving Dr. Pepper cherry. They didn't have any at Target, so I was like, okay, no worries. And then I was like, damn, I really want it, so I did a double dash for like Walgreens, and got just some Dr. Pepper cherry. And so once the pizza arrived, I was like, okay, cool. And we were, me and my girlfriend were watching something. And then so I put on Do Not Disturb. And I didn't realize that the person, the driver, the shopper, who went ahead and picked up the Dr. Pepper, arrived so early. And then I went in and checked. And this person was there already. I'm like, oh shit. So then I go ahead, go outside. Do Not Disturb, right? This guy tried calling me 3 times. Right? And so I look, and then he goes, hey, he goes, you waiting for a package or something? Are you waiting for, whatever? I'm like, oh, yeah.
Delivery?
He goes, it's over by the door. He goes, answer your phone next time. And I was like, got it. And I literally was like, fuck, yeah, that was completely my bad. I couldn't even get mad at his energy at all. I
Yeah.
couldn't do
You're
that.
like, 'cause I would have
and
been
stuff,
just as pissed off.
But at the same time, I was bothered by it because I'm like, fuck, dude, like, that does kind of suck because people go ahead and deal with that stuff, And I'm like, whatever, like try not to think about it too much. But at the same time, like as an empath,
That's
I was
why
like,
it's a good for Uber Eats, because I also do Uber Eats deliveries for those of you who don't know. For Uber Eats, there's a 7-minute wait time for when I arrive at their location. If it's like supposed to be a pickup in person type thing, if they're not there in 7 minutes, then I still get paid and they don't get their food basically.
interesting.
But
Yeah.
that's never
I don't know
happened.
how
The
long-
closest it's been is I've waited 5 minutes.
I don't know how long the person waited for because when I checked it, I mean, obviously the ETA changes and stuff, you know?
Ooh, ding ding.
And yeah, you're right. So we got to go and jump into this real quick because Zach's got a heart out for sure because Zach is a working man. But
Boy.
Yeah. It's just the fact that it's been a while, guys. It's been 2 weeks.
we're trying to go and catch up.
Time flies, man. Time flies.
But we got to go and get into this because this is a big episode, obviously, and I'm excited to go ahead
today,
to have Zach go ahead and say some stuff too. So without further ado, guys, we're gonna go ahead and jump into this episode. This is again season 3,
that's
episode
what we're
16.
here for, huh?
Perfect game, part 1 of our episode breakdown discussion. Let's go and let's jump right into it. You guys ready? I know Zach's ready. Here we go.
I'm hyped.
We begin the episode as we see Bertold in his colossal Titan form fired up, burning the district of Shiganshina with his immense heat and strength. Bertold stands tall as he looks around for houses to demolish, and we see him throwing them into the air like sand. Eren in his Titan form, surrounded by his friends and allies, can only watch. Connie reacts.
Oh no.
As falling debris of shattered homes destroys Shiganshina, Connie continues.
Look at all those houses up in the sky. One of them could be yours, right, Eren? How's it feel to have your own roof over your head again? Get it!
As Connie laughs at his own joke, an annoyed Jean asks a simple request.
Sasha, could you smack him for me?
Sasha then proceeds to follow the simple orders and hits him on the top of his cue ball with the handle of her thunder spear. Ow. Meanwhile, Mikasa and Armin watch Bertold very carefully. Mikasa says,
It doesn't look like Bertold knows our location.
Armin agrees as he says, You're right. He's just scattering burning debris to turn Shiganshina into a sea of flames. A pissed off Eren, watching his home get destroyed, says to himself, That bastard, you're back. And this time you want to burn down my city? Falling debris now begins to land nearby their location. A worried Connie asks,
Hey Armin, your orders? Come on!
A worried Sasha adds,
What should we do?
A frightened Armin stares, frozen for the moment. And then we hear Bertold's words again. I can tell I'm right. I mean, just look at the way you're shaking. You're scared out of your mind, aren't you? Armin then turns to say, Jean, can you take over for me? I don't know what to do. I'm worried I'll screw up. I made a mistake thinking we could talk to Bertold, and look where it got us. Please, Jean, you're better suited for this. Jean gasps, caught off guard by Armin's words. But then, Jean embraces leadership as he turns to his comrades and says,
Move! Make for the river! Everyone aboard Eren! Conserve our gas!
The colossal Titan slowly walks through Shiganshina.
Eren, at some point we'll have to get to Bertold, or we'll have to get Bertold's attention. But until then, you need to stay out of sight. Hey, Armin.
Armin turns around nervously.
I'm all right with your judgment calls, but I don't have some genius plan for getting us out of this. In the end, you're the one that we're going to be counting on.
Armin's eyes widen as he thinks. All right. Well, we're seeing this side of Armin again. We're seeing a very nervous, very frightened, very
Lacking
lesser.
confidence.
Yeah.
Exactly. Lacking the confidence. Armin has seen some substantial character development. We talked about it with Bertold, and somebody that we see it very noticeably is with Armin. We understand that Armin is a character where he's very intelligent. He's able to go ahead and, again, assess kind of the situation around them and try to come up with a plan and strategy that is going to be best suited for, preventing bloodshed or whatever the case is, right? Mm-hmm. At least that's what the goal is with Armin. But in this moment here, there's already been so much bloodshed. There's already been so much destruction. There's nothing else really to go ahead and to do at this point, at least what Armin wants to do. And I think now at this point, Armin has tried his Armin tactics with trying to negotiate, trying to manipulate. That didn't work. And now Armin is at a point where he doesn't have the confidence in himself. So
I will say it does take a lot of strength and courage to admit that I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Can you take over for me? I don't know what to do.
And again, now we see Jean in this leadership role, something that we've been kind of seeing very little of.
Yeah.
But Jean has been taking the steps to go ahead and be somebody that can be trustworthy, because we know that in the past, he has had moments where he has hesitated. He has had moments where he put other allies at risk because of his,
poor judgment calls.
Exactly.
But he's been willing to step up and take the heat and have those judgment calls and actually make them, which is better than, like, for example, Armin in the past, where Armin was just like, I just can't.
Exactly.
And I feel like for Armin this time, I feel like when he saw that his negotiation, which was his plan with Bertolt, kind of like fall through, even though, like, honestly, it was probably going to fall through to begin with and he should have been ready for that, I feel like Armin was just not prepared for it to not work, which he should have been. And that's why he's having that confidence issue where he's just like, well, there goes my plan. But he's smart enough to have a backup plan. He just wasn't anticipating he would need it.
Not
it was good that he admitted it to Jean, because like Eddie says, nah, but look at Jean, how he's willing to take charge, and he just gets better from this point on.
Yeah.
And I completely agree. Like you were
agree with
saying,
that too.
We've seen a lot of moments where Jean has had nice leadership roles, and it's only been getting better, just like how Eddie says.
And I'd argue, like, leaders aren't born, leaders are made.
Yeah, that's a great point.
100%. Like, we're seeing these kids kind of grow up, and they're seeing these big role models like Hanji and Levi and Erwin and Pixis and Sawdust and all these people, and they're like, okay, these are all people who are considered leaders.
Yeah.
This is what we need to start kind of embracing and kind of embodying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just doing it over time. And as they see them drop one by one, they're like, okay, we know what they did great. We just have to pick it up from there. And
all of those characters that you named, there were moments that we know, or moments that we can almost guarantee that are going to be the determining moment of when they become leaders.
Yeah.
And a character you mentioned is Hanji. And we see that literally with Hanji, when she starts becoming this person who actually is very calculated and careful with her squads, with her soldiers, with just even acting as a leader. Whereas before in the past, she was very reckless with her studies and her, just ambition and passion for Titans.
Self and her personal goals, and not really taking into account the entire goals of the squad and the recruits.
She finally has like a grasp of all. I feel like this is what allowed her to grasp. Like, there are consequences if you fuck up. If you make a fucked up call, even if you make the right call, there will be consequences, and you need to mitigate what your consequences are.
Exactly, yeah. That's a good way of describing it.
And of course, we got to go ahead and bring up Marco again, because Marco's a character where early on in season 1, he saw that leadership quality in Jean. And Jean didn't see it in himself. Even he was very surprised by it. But here in this moment, when he has somebody like Armin who decides to go ahead and change leadership because Armin doesn't have the confidence. But like Eddie even said, Jean is willing to go and take charge, but Jean also isn't dumb. He understands that, look, I trust your judgment, but I don't have a plan on how we're able to get out of this. We are still going to need to go ahead and trust you.
Yeah.
You are still going to have to be the person that's going to go ahead and get us out of this mess.
Yeah.
But I will go ahead and lead for this moment.
Yeah. Like, I'm okay with making your spry judgment calls. I'm confident in that, but in terms of a big picture plan, I don't have that.
Yeah. And honestly,
we're relying on you.
Jean, just right here on the fly, great kind of orders right now, right? He talks about, hey, look, we got to go ahead and make our way for the river. We got to go ahead and get on board Aaron, conserve gas, right? And that's
literally first thing.
That's very smart.
We know there's fire. Go to the water.
Yeah.
We know that we have limited supplies. Use our resources. We have Aaron who can run around. He can transform when we need him to.
Yeah.
Just fucking don't waste your shit.
Hey, we're going to need you to distract him, but for now, stay hidden.
Yeah,
Which also was like, okay, how are we going to hide Aaron with this big old buff Titan with the long black hair?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
try your best with it.
He's around like building height. Like he could very easily kind of
and
like.
Also too, at this point, there's a lot of destruction, a lot of it's the whole city. The village in this district is very, very it's a mess.
He can really just pick up a fucking roof. He picked up a boulder. He can pick up a roof and put it on top of it.
So I would imagine there's a lot for him to go ahead and be able to hide.
He could also just get out of
in.
his Titan form too.
True.
And he could just move around, and when he needs to,
later.
it'll give up his position when he transforms. But
he has been through. We saw from last episode the effects of, or the results of the amount of training he's been through.
Yeah.
So I think we can trust that he could just, transform on the fly again.
Yeah. So, very quickly, Not cool from Connie to go ahead and throw shade over it.
Oh my
God
God.
damn it.
You know?
That shit was so funny the first time I heard it. And in the get it. Oh, that shit's so
But
good.
also good to have a character like Connie to go ahead and be kind of, again, he's kind of like the comedic
He's the
relief
breath of
character.
fresh air.
You know,
Yeah.
in a moment like this where we
Yeah,
understand
he's
that
trying to come up for air is what he's
shit
doing.
is
He's
way
like,
too-
He's too stressful right now. I need to make a joke.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, you're looking at it like, well, we're probably dead. So at least I want to go out not stressed out, you know?
Yeah.
Eddie says I'm still on board for Jean as a commander, and
I agree.
You know
I
what?
can see
think
it.
I think that Jean is a character where, again, in an reality.
Yeah.
I felt like I said that first word wrong, like alternate, but that Jean, if he was given the opportunity, then yeah, he would have been able to rise to the occasion, and he would have been able to go ahead and be, you know, a very respectable commander.
Obviously not without his flaws. Every commander's going to have flaws and all that. You know, we've seen, even like how Zach said, even with the right decision, there's still lives that are
well, that's the
taken.
thing. Do we think Jean's a character where he's going to be able to go ahead and deal with loss and deal with people like losing their lives? No, he's going to go. That's something that's going to weigh on him. But as a commander, it's something he's going to have to go ahead and understand and grow from and stuff like that. And I think that he is a character where
I'm
Because
sure
the death of his friend already kickstarted that leadership role.
And I'm sure Erwin too probably started off in the past being like, everyone makes wrong calls, and I'm sure you can never have faith in what you're doing is right. All you can do is just believe that you're making the right decision, and you have to stick to it.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm sure Erwin's fucked up too. It's fine, but you're right. I don't know if Jean could be that kind of person to accept all that loss. Like he would look. I feel like he would like pine and like beat himself up looking for like the perfect.
Look what happened
strategy.
to Sardis literally couldn't bear the weight of these soldiers dying on his watch anymore to where he literally just retired and he became this commandant who was going to help out incoming recruits, you know? And he just didn't want to go ahead and be somebody where if you died and you lost your life, that it was going to be under his, you know, leadership.
He didn't want to be responsible.
He took all the blame. He felt like they died because of me.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure it doesn't help that the families too are probably like, fuck that dude for being a shit commander.
Yeah. You know, and we understand
My son
he had
didn't come back. We're losing more and more soldiers every day.
And Sardis is a character we saw. He had really high aspirations as a commander of the scouts. He thought that he'd be able to go ahead and change things, but in reality, he realized things aren't changing, and he understood.
He also wanted that. He wanted that role for recognition.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
He just wanted Carla.
Yeah, he wanted that role just to flex.
But one thing that's interesting that
wanted
we should remember here as we end this portion here of the episode is Armin stops and Armin thinks, okay? Because of something is going to happen and when we finish off this next portion here, this last part of our episode breakdown. So we're going to continue now. So we now return to Captain Levi, who is helping the novice scouts protect the horses from 3 to 4 meter titans. Captain Levi is joined by squad leader Dirk on a neighboring rooftop as Dirk informs.
The area's all mopped up. The only Titan left for us to eliminate are way up at the front. But I still don't see how we're going to take down the Beast Titan. It doesn't seem like he's got any intention of budging from that spot.
Captain Levi responds, "That's true. Looks like the big guy's a coward. Not that he ever had any balls to begin with." Dirk advises,
Save your energy. We can finish off the rest of the runts out there. Let's go!
Dirk and his squad head out to continue killing the Titans. And as the scouts take off, Levi looks back at the wall. Shit. That explosion just now. Are Hanji and the others all right? Or did they get caught up in it? I need to get back to the other side and... But then, in an instant, Levi is interrupted by something that's going to be very impactful. Levi notices something in the corner of his eye. He notices a pebble, which is then followed by a scatter shot of shattered rocks. The moment happens in slow motion until Levi braces for the storm of rocks that fly past him. The rocks shred through the village, tearing through homes and towards the front. Levi hears the screams of the scouts. We see scouts being shredded apart from the incoming rocks. Levi then notices the Beast Titan in his pitcher stance. The next thing we see is the devastation from the attack, as homes are demolished and bodies of scouts are torn apart. The Beast Titan relishes in his art. That one was a little higher than I would have liked. Oh, good work. Leave it there. As the card Titan rolls another boulder to Zeke. Zeke picks up the boulder in front of him, rips it in half, and then crushes the half in his hand to sharp debris, preparing for another attack. No problem. We'll just consider the first pitch a warm-up. I'm going for nothing less than a perfect game today. The Beast Titan gets in his stance, and of course, Commander Irvin takes notice as he yells out to alert.
Frontal bombardment! All troops, take cover now!
Marlowe and Flock both react, confused, as a scout by the name of Sandra says,
What the?
Captain Levi too reacts. Damn it! Get down! Captain Levi then rushes to aid the other scouts. On the floor, towards the front, is squad leader Dirk, spitting up blood, desperately trying to survive. And as he looks up to see the Beast Titan launches another barrage. The barrage of crushed rocks is launched directly towards Dirk and other scouts. Scouts continue to scream out as a hidden Levi looks up to see scattered blood from the scouts being shredded apart. More homes are destroyed and more scouts are killed. Commander Irvin watches the destruction from atop the wall, and even commander of the scouts, Irvin Smith, is at a loss. Marlowe and the other rookie scouts with the horses, they listen terrified as Flock asks.
I knew you were going to look at me.
Flock asks.
Guys, any idea what the hell that sound was?
Sandra asks.
So, does the enemy have cannons or something?
And Flock responds.
If so, there's got to be 100 of them.
Marlowe then tries to take action by leading. Calm down, everyone. You're scaring the horses. But then, Captain Levi yells out to inform. The Titan's throwing boulders. Marlowe acknowledges. Captain Levi. Levi joins Marlowe and the others and immediately orders, move now! Take the horses and retreat to the wall. The scouts acknowledge in fear as Marlowe says, yes, sir. But then, an immediate barrage of rocks flies above them. Captain Levi orders, move! Stay out of the line of fire! The scouts head towards the wall as rocks fly past them, destroying nearby homes. A panicking Flock drops to his knees in fear and covers his ears as he screams. Levi grabs him by the cape. You want to die? Get up! But then, the scouts are joined by someone. Marlowe acknowledges. Commander! And then Levi asks Commander Irvin, how's it looking? Irvin simply replies,
terrible.
Then elaborates.
The front line of houses is gone. He decimated them. If he keeps throwing those, everything will be leveled. We won't have anything left to hide behind.
We see Irvin, Levi, and the remaining scouts at the edge of the wall with only bloodshed and destruction in front of them. Levi asks, and we can't retreat to the other side of the wall? Irvin answers.
No, the Colossal Titan is already heading this way, setting fire to everything in his path. Theoretically, we could scale the wall to evade the stones, but the horses can't. We retreat here and there's no hope for victory.
Levi now asks, what happened to Hanji's group? Is Aaron all right? Irvin pauses for a second.
I don't know. Most of them are gone, caught up when the explosion occurred. We've sustained a great many casualties. The Beast Titan directed the small Titans in such a way that our soldiers would group up in one place. Dirk's squad, Marlene's squad, and Klaus' squad were engaging the small Titans, which put them in the line of fire when he launched that bombardment. They were all wiped out. In other words, our remaining forces are on this side of the gate, consists of you, new scouts, recruits. Our remaining forces on this side of the gate consist of you, new scout recruits, Captain Levi, and me. No others.
And then another attack from Zeke echoes as the screams from scouts can still be heard in the distance. Captain Levi asks Irvin, so what now? Do you have any kind of plan? Irvin thinks. To be continued.
I'm still thinking.
And again, this episode, this portion of this breakdown ends with Irvin thinking, as we ended the first initial part of the episode with Armin thinking. Mm-hmm. Now, both characters are highly touted for their strategy, right? Yeah. For them being able to go and act on the fly. And again, the fact that both of them are at a loss right now, literally Armin had to go ahead and deflect leadership to Jean. Irvin here.
Irvin doesn't get that opportunity.
Irvin, he doesn't. And Irvin understands. He literally explains, it's the new recruits. It's you, Captain Levi, and me. No one else. And
Because they don't know.
again, so now it's like War Chief Zeke. And we see him in really his glory as this,
the one to stump
Bless you.
Irwin and
Thank you.
The one to stump Irwin and Armin at the same time.
yeah. And, we can go into in later episodes about Armin and his continuous comparing himself to Irvin. But even, like the other characters understood that Armin is the character that we need to go ahead and continue to live because of, how he was able to go ahead and really just with strategy and decision making, get them to that point.
Yeah.
Right.
They wouldn't be there without Armin.
Yeah.
And yes, Kyron, it is that episode.
Yeah. I love your reaction to the moment you noticed that you were Flock.
I looked up. I was like, "Motherfucker!"
Yeah.
We see Flock. We see Flock and all of his glory over in this
God, yeah.
episode. Where literally,
He just like,
he literally is just like,
Who was it?
Stop.
No. Who was it last episode, like 2 weeks ago, that was like, warning, next episode, there's a flock warning.
Yeah.
Flock warning.
I think it might have been actually Josh.
it
might
was
have been
Josh.
Yeah.
We were talking about how Heise is like, yeah.
Yeah. But so again, this is the moment here where we're going to be seeing some very, very, I want to say just where things are going to completely change.
It's the beginning of an end of an era.
Yeah. Great point there. Yeah. It's a great way of saying.
Beginning of an end.
But very quickly, just in kind of breaking down and getting into our final thoughts here, because I understand Zach has to leave because Zach is a working man for sure. But
Busy guy.
these scouts they're dying these brutal deaths.
Oh, dude, Dirk's his leg was all fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
I saw that shit again and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
There's so much bloodshed. The buildings are just stained red from all of the blood.
Yeah.
If you were these scouts, you would just have to hope that you get hit in the head.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
the suffering, because basically the Beast Titan made shrapnel.
yeah.
He's making shrapnel.
He made a shotgun blast. He literally made a
Yeah.
fucking shotgun blast. Like a huge
And he's striving for a
shotgun.
perfect game.
Perfect game. Was
So
obviously
we do
the
know
name
they
of
have
this
baseball
episode.
then.
I know.
Yeah.
They have
That's
to
our
have
confirmation.
baseball.
They have baseball.
Yeah.
But no, like I couldn't imagine being Levi because I love that shot of Levi kind of looking like kind of off to the side. And he sees it.
Yeah. The slow motion.
You see his eyes just go
Yeah.
and turn, and you see them all start coming. You're just like, fuck. He finally looks, and it's just rubble, red, and bodies everywhere.
Yeah. Even that overview shot towards the end of that episode where we're ending it, right? Where we see Commander Irvin, Captain Levi, and the recruits, and literally it's just like you mentioned, like a rock and a hard place, right? Literally, it's
Literally
a hard
flying
place.
It
rocks and a
doesn't
hard
look-
place.
So you have the hard place, which is
It
the wall
doesn't
there.
look escapable. Like
you have
at all.
literally all of the.
I was gonna say the hard place is the Colossal Titan, but
No, well, yeah, there you go.
both.
Yeah.
You got a rock, a hard place, and behind the hard place, another fucking rock.
Yeah, there you go. But like you mentioned
A
it,
very steamy
how
hot
much
rock.
blood was there? Literally,
That whole little town was stained red.
yeah. And again, this just goes to show Zeke's dominance as this imposing force of, essentially the captain to these Titan warriors.
Yeah.
He is so fucking smart. He kept hidden. He took his notes, did his research, did his homework, and Irwin, not even knowing what he's really up against, can't do the same research. And Zeke took that shit to his full
But
advantage.
Irwin
and ran
even
with it.
recognizes that, being
Yeah.
like, he was able to get all of our new recruits in one area and then just take them out. Like
He saw the
made it look
strategy.
so easy.
And he literally mentioned episodes, or I think it was last episode, where he's like, oh, that other intelligent Titan probably was doing recon this whole time.
Exactly.
So that's when
Yeah.
Irwin really was like, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like cool.
And
they know exactly what they're up against.
Yes, exactly. But even the detail that Josh even mentioned, where hiding the Titans underground with
Yeah.
those like
Those little
almost like
tubes?
They
straws,
prepped. They prepped
Yeah.
everything.
like everything
They
was so
they were
calculated.
prepared.
Everything was just
It
like
wasn't a face off. It was an ambush.
One word for Zeke. It honestly was, yeah. One word for Zeke, meticulous.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But again, we're getting into
well-deserved title of war chief.
No
Well-deserved.
I think he's probably Marley's greatest one.
Yeah.
And obviously a member of the royal family as well too, which is why he's able to go ahead and be so dominant with his, helps out when he's able to use
Control
this,
Titan,
this coordinate ability of controlling Titans. Yeah. But damn, yeah. Again, this is like Zach said. This is the beginning of the end of an era, and this era obviously is going to be some very, very just important characters, and I mean, we're talking leaders here, you know, and we're talking about how the whole idea of what the journey is going to be and where the end goal is going to completely change to something else. And just when you think the seller is going to go ahead and end things or whatever, give us answers.
Oh my
no,
gosh, yeah.
It doesn't.
More questions.
More questions.
When does it end?
So in the meantime, Armin's trying to think and Irvin's trying to think. And we're going to get to...
Irvin knows what he has to do.
Irvin knows what he has to do.
Oh,
He's thinking about, how do I go ahead and instill this plan to these recruits who literally one of them's on his knees crying.
I know.
How is he going to force this person to go ahead and freaking charge?
Because my soldiers do not buckle or yield and face the cruelties of this world.
And I like the idea of having both these characters ending off their specific little moments here in this episode as them trying to process and think, because we know that
Them strategizing.
when it comes to a decision that Levi and the others are going to have to make, it's going to come down to two characters. And, you know, hey, we'll see how that plays out. We know how it plays out, but it's another important aspect of how things are going to change going forward in the story, and exactly what Zach meant with the end of an era. But yeah, a lot is happening now. Zeke has now officially entered the battle, and we're gonna see.
I feel like I just got Zeke's Smash Bros jump cut with him.
I know.
In his stance.
Yeah.
Zeke. Monkey.
Jaeger.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and cover some good stuff, guys. I do want to apologize again because we have been very inconsistent with the podcast, but now that the holidays are done, and you know,
Back
we're gonna
on
get
track.
back on track, exactly, and we're gonna go ahead and continue on. We're gonna probably, I think, stick with Sundays at 1 p.m. will probably be our stream time, so make sure you guys all stay tuned for that. You guys know how much we love whenever you guys go ahead and join us, and I want to thank you guys again. I thank you, Kyron. I want to thank you, Eddie. I want to thank you so much, Josh, for being able to go and join us live. And anybody else who is here live with us listening, thank you so much. Obviously, shout out to Lovey as well. Lovey was up there over in chat earlier.
Thank you, Lovey.
So again,
Thank
just
you, Lovey.
huge love, and just, you know, just huge thanks to all of you for supporting us, and again, just taking the time out of you guys' day to just join us and talk about such an amazing anime.
And thank you for those of you that are watching that aren't necessarily in chat.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, of
sticking
course.
around.
Glad you enjoy our voices for whatever reason.
Yeah,
I know.
You know,
What the heck?
Again, this is just
Our
us.
random opinions.
This is us just breaking down an amazing anime, and us just trying to go ahead and just tell the story with our voices. And we want to do the best we can because we want you guys to go ahead and visualize the scenes. We want you, if anybody who has seen it, we want you guys to go ahead and just appreciate, you know, just a story. And by doing that, it's just us trying to, again, just bring it to life. With our voices.
I hope we do that for you.
We'll try.
I'll start doing more.
I know.
Literally, like, I hear Zach doing that whenever we go ahead and do our...
When you talked about Flock screaming and Levi's like, do you want to die? I wanted to be like, ah!
Yeah.
I know. Just in the background.
Just push the mic away, just, ah!
Yeah.
Mommy!
But all right, guys, that's all we got for you guys in this episode.
Yeah,
I want to say
sorry,
huge
Eddie.
thanks again. That's it. Yeah, that's it, Eddie.
Sorry, buddy, I'm a working
You want
man.
more? Do it next week.
Yeah, exactly.
working
But the
man.
thing is, what's great about it is that we still have so much story to go ahead and cover,
Been wanting more.
and we're gonna be doing this for
We
years.
got a long time left. We're good.
we
We're
got
good.
a couple years.
We got
Yeah.
content, baby.
And I can't
Unless
even
we
imagine.
do like a 24-hour stream.
Well, I can't even imagine what we're gonna go ahead and break the final parts into.
Oh
like,
God.
We're gonna have to sit down and figure that shit out.
Because literally, we're covering these episodes into like 3 parts. So it's gonna be
And
insane.
we're
We're
Just
taking
like a
like 20
22
minutes. Yeah, we're just cutting that shit. It's like 7 minutes is what we're doing each time.
yeah.
Shit.
So we're gonna have to go ahead and figure that out for sure. But again, in
God.
due time, we have a lot to go to cover before that. Also, I believe you guys also enlightened us that dubbed final part is soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my God.
Done final
wait.
part's coming out soon, baby.
Yeah, is that literally
wait,
tonight?
Is it today?
Is that tonight?
7th, right? Today.
Yeah, it's the 7th.
That's tonight. So
Ooh,
for anybody,
I know what I'm doing when I get
so
home.
we all have to go ahead and kind of confirm that. But I believe it is the 7th. I believe that is what we were told as well.
Also, just because I have to throw it in, last night's One Piece episode just started the new animation style and it looks fucking great. So
oh really? Oh hell yeah! Is it the same style that where I kind of talked about it? It was like when they switch styles and stuff like that. They kind of like the what do you call it? Like the not the collision point, whatever, but like when it has those
Impact frames.
Yeah, impact frame.
No.
Oh, okay.
The
different.
animation, like it's like more pastel, is what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
It's a lot softer.
I still have a ways to go.
You have a ways to go. I feel like it's a lot less sharp. It's a lot more soft.
Okay, but yeah, that's super cool. I'm excited for that. But also excited again for the dubbed episode if that is tonight. You know, you got obviously all of us as fans of AOT. Check it out, guys, because that's something that me and Lexi have been very, very excited for. I know that Dad's also been excited for that too. So
I
Dad's gonna
know,
go ahead and catch up as well.
But yeah, it is January 7th.
Okay,
That's
very cool.
today.
That's today. Very, very cool. So something to go and look forward to, guys, and we'll talk about that as well next week. But again, huge thanks to everybody for sticking around with us. That wraps up another episode of Attack to Talk. This is season 3 of our episode breakdown and discussion. Make sure you guys go ahead and follow us over on Instagram at Attack to Talk Podcast. Check out that link tree. It has all of the platforms that we are available on. Shout out to Lexi again for having that link tree available for us. And also, there's other stuff in the link tree that you guys go ahead and check out, such as a GoFundMe for our friend Aaron, such as a link to Fandomion, where if you guys are looking to go ahead and find any merch, go and check it out. Lexi has a promo code for you guys to use, a promo code LEX for 10% off your guys' purchase order. Yeah, there's different stuff. Go check out the link tree.
Or technically it'd be this way for them.
Right? It's your right hand, right? We do right hand.
Yeah, it has to be your right hand.
X. Boom.
Yeah, check it out, guys.
I'll be messing with
I know. I was like, wait a minute.
Zach mentioned that he was able to go ahead and see Caesar because you were recently over.
Yes, sir. Went to Frankenstein's yesterday in the morning.
So shout out to Caesar. Make sure you guys go ahead and follow Caesar over on Instagram at ArtofCesar. He has some underscores under, so art_of_Caesar_. There's 3 underscores, but I believe if you just type in ArtofCesar, you'll be able to go ahead and see him. And go ahead and follow him.
Damn. Really
I'm trying to be like the freaking guy with it, like
The auction announcers.
Yeah.
That's
one thing that Lexi and Marissa they participated over in an art auction over on the cruise, and Art was going for insane amount of money, and so nobody was bidding, but he was still doing his thing, being very, very fast.
The word of the day that for that 90-minute increment was, we're gonna pass on that one. Yeah, we passed on all of them, man.
Everybody give a hand for the artist, and we're passing on that one.
Yeah, we're passing on that one. Anyway, the next one.
Yeah, guys. So again, check out Caesar over on his Instagram, ArtofCesar. Shout out again to all of you guys who are very, very creative. Continue to go ahead and pursue and continue to go ahead and strive for all of your different passions and all that, and whatever makes you happy. Again, it's going to continue to take hard work. And that's one thing that obviously means Zach are figuring out as well. And we want to go ahead and continue to strive for what we want to do, and which is obviously voice actors and stuff like that. And we're going to continue putting in the work, and we're going to go ahead and hopefully the work,
that shit out,
hopefully
baby.
the work will go ahead and start to go ahead and play itself out. We'll see.
Life works in mysterious ways.
Yeah. But again, guys, huge thank you to all of you who is here with us live, and anybody that's going to be listening at a different time, at a later time when these episodes are dropped. Huge thank you again for just taking the time and just for supporting us. Spread the word, guys. Remember, guys, look out for future Q&A. I know we haven't done one recently, but future Q&As, future poll questions, look out for them, guys. You guys know how excited we get whenever we get to go ahead and discuss those over in the podcast. So please go ahead and share your guys' feedback. It means the world to us. You guys are awesome. I love you guys so much. Shout out to the Attack to Talk Levi squad. Shout out to the loyal day ones. You guys are the Levi squad. You guys are the ones who really just inspire us to continue doing this and bring us life. Whenever you guys join us live in the streams, and you guys are just so incredible. And again, all love to our just AOT fam and everybody involved and anybody that listens at a later time. As we discussed already, you guys are all just incredible for just taking the time. And again, your support means the world to us. And I, AJ, love you guys so much. And I will see you guys next week. And I'm excited to go ahead and be back and excited to go ahead and continue on because, again, we're getting to some good shit. So we'll see if
2024 is going to be a banger this year.
Banger. So I'm curious to see what my friends have to go ahead and leave you with in inspiration. And I want to say again in closing, guys, AJ, I love you guys so much. And just spread that love and positivity. Just be good people in this world, guys. And, sometimes all it takes is a smile to go ahead and brighten people's day. That's just all it is. All right. So I'll see you guys next week. What do you guys got?
Do you want me to go first? Do you need time? One, my final thought is justice for the horses. Justice for the Attack on Titan horses. They did not choose to be a part of the Scouts. The Scouts got to choose. They didn't have a choice.
Yeah, exactly.
And then my second goodbye to you guys is it's a good thing I got my ODM gear because I'm trying to sweep you guys off your feet.
Damn.
I'll see you guys next
OT
week.
reference there. Kyron says, hate, love. Exactly. All right, Zach.
Fuck. You know what? Fun fact time. Fun fact time.
Okay.
Fun fact, in Into the Spider-Verse, the first one, Miles Morales is animated at 12 frames per second for the first portion of the movie until he fully unlocks his powers. And he's at 24 frames per second, so that's why he looks a lot more fluid at the end of the movie and a lot more clunky in the beginning when he doesn't have control of his powers yet.
Beautiful. All right, guys, we love you guys so much. Eddie, thank you so much. Eddie says, I hope everyone has a great week, and I hope you have a great week as well, too, my friend.
Too.